so good.
Ladies and gentlemen,
very good.
I totally ruined everything once again. Welcome back. Tonight is not Heroes of Brass
I
Firefly.
can fix it right now. I'm fixing it.
Thank you very much, Kissy. So tonight.
Oh wait, it's supposed to say Firefly. What else?
The Sky is Free.
The Sky is Free.
So you don't even know the name of this campaign.
I don't even know.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Dinner
Firefly,
and a Game.
The
As usual, the first taste is free. The first taste is free.
Don't make me laugh right now.
Ketamine edition.
Yeah, if you laugh too hard, our necklace will pop off.
If I laugh too hard, my necklace is gonna pop off again.
So
the goal
popping
is
off.
You laugh really hard.
Or cry really hard. But anyway,
No,
so
I don't make me do that either.
Okay.
I feel good today, okay?
Yay!
I had a good day today.
Yeah, and she
You're
looks
happy about
smoking hot, so there we go. So, we have our Friday night session, ladies and gentlemen, and Friday night means Firefly. And tonight, we get to do a whole bunch of fun stuff, because for once, the crew's lives are not in fucking jeopardy. Well, for now.
Well,
I don't know. It depends on if somebody gets like a scrape on their knee and has to go see the doctor.
So,
hey, we lived last game because nobody rolled anything.
Yeah, it was the smoothest session so far.
let me tell you, Cortex is the best
What would
game
you
system
compare
for a
the
GM.
smoothness to?
Maybe, I don't know, ping pong ball?
Globes.
It's almost like you're shooting for something, Josh. I don't
Huh.
understand.
Nope, never in my life have I ever shot for anything.
So, but before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, let's get done with our announcements. First off, once again, we are still doing the race to 9,000 followers. That's 9,000 followers on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. We are trying to get there as soon as possible, but we're doing it with your help. And for your help, we are offering you a wonderful prize. This time, the prize is dedicated towards the new D&D gamer. We are trying to get as many people addicted to this hobby as possible. And in order to do that, we are going to give away a package that's tailored to new people coming to D&D. First off, we're going to be giving you a box set, the Essentials box set, which comes with a small rule book, which contains all the rules you need to make characters up to 5th level. It also contains several pre-made characters, so if you don't want to go through the process of making characters for your first time, you can just use a pre-made and go from there. It also comes with blank character sheets, and it comes with a module. That module is designed to get players from 1st level to 5th level, and it's also designed for new dungeon masters. That way, if someone in your group wants to try running the game, this module is literally built to help a new dungeon master run a session. It also comes with maps and a set of dice. That's one part of the gift.
sorry.
That's okay. The next part is we're giving away the D&D Player's Guide with that set. The reason we're doing that is because everyone wants to know what happens after 5th level. And with the Player's Guide, you can take a look at spells, you can look at level progressions, you can see everything that you're going to be doing once you get past 1st level. So that is another aspect of the prize. We're also having one other portion of the prize that we're giving away, and that is a second set of dice. And that is because, inevitably, your first set of dice will betray you, and you will throw them across the room. Once that happens, we want you to have another set of dice ready and raring to go to help you make sure that you keep rolling. Now, once those dice inevitably betray you and you throw them across the room, well, maybe you can order a set of our dice, which hopefully will be coming in time for this prize, but as fast as this contest is going, they're probably not going to. Because as of right now, we have 8,817 followers on Facebook. I think this is going even faster than the race to 8K did. This is absolutely amazing. And we can't thank you guys enough. We know that you guys are sharing this out. We've seen the shares. But if you want to make sure you're entered in this contest, go to the Facebook page. Number 1, make sure you like and follow the Facebook page. Number 2, go to the pinned post for the contest. Comment on the post and then share it out. What we're going to do is we're going to take all the comments and we're going to use those for our pool for the drawing. So we're going to draw one person out of all those posts, and no matter how many times you comment on that post, you only get 1 entry per person. So we'll be drawing that out the moment we hit 9,000 followers. And so please like, follow, comment, share. Ta-da!
And right now we only have 23 shares, so
yes.
Yeah.
That means we only have a pool of 23 people to draw from to win this right now, ladies and
one of
gentlemen.
them is me.
I'm dinner in a game on the website, so I never really comment as myself, so I don't count. Plus, I think I already have that box set. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I tried to comment on something the other day and realized I was commenting as dinner in a game, and I was like, shit, no, that's not what I wanted to do.
You can always comment as dinner in a game if you're commenting from us. Like if someone asks us something.
No, that
you
was
know
not
the
what
answer?
I wanted to do, though.
No.
I was trying
What
to
I'm
comment
saying,
as myself.
I know. But I'm saying if someone asks us something and you know the answer, feel free. You're part of the game, dinner in a game.
I will in those instances. But
There you go.
And you did enter.
I did. Yeah.
So
right.
there's another contest we're doing right now, and it's very specific to this show and all our other shows. Kessie, would you like to tell us about the new contest?
Yes, our new Twitch contest, which is to get to 300 followers on Twitch. We are at 207 currently, so we're making our way.
Mhm.
And when we hit 300, we'll pull one name from our followers to win a massive amount of miniatures. I don't know if there is an exact number.
I haven't even done a head count on them yet.
Nope. You have not given me a ton of information about these ones, but
well,
they will be
is
3D printed by Ray himself, and they are beautiful. They're going to be beautiful, really gorgeous quality. And
they are scrolling through in the center screen.
Yes, you'll be able to see them.
Yes, and you can see them popping up there. And these miniatures are a well-themed miniature for the month of October. So if we can give these away in October, that would be great, because they are a vampire lord's horde. They once again are coming with the set of heroes that came from the other set in completely different poses. And there is a vampire lord, his bride, all their minions. So it's basically an undead set. And there is also all the accoutrements for a vampiric host, which includes like a bunch of furniture that would be in a gothic castle, a bunch of throw terrain that would be like in a graveyard, that type of thing. So now I told you about it.
So follow us on Twitch and you will be entered to win this awesome set of miniatures. As soon as we get to 300 followers. So share the stream, tell your friends. It's absolutely free to just come follow us on Twitch, and then you'll get to know whenever we go live with our shows. And
there you go. Thank you so much, Kessie. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you guys like these mini giveaways, just let us know. We can definitely keep on doing it, but we want to give away things that you guys actually want to win. So if you guys let us know on Facebook what you guys want to see as prize support, we can definitely do our best to make it happen. We're trying to do this to encourage people to like and follow Dinner in a Game. So we want to put things out there for you guys that you guys want to win. So please let us know. Anything you want to see on there, let us know, and we'll try and make it happen.
Not cash.
Not cash. We cannot bribe people. Well, we can, but we don't want to, because we'd rather give you away things that help promote the hobby. Which, never mind, cash helps that too. So, no cash.
They're not giving you money.
No.
They're not paying your mortgage for you.
oh God, no!
Someone wants a mold of Kessie's face as a prize.
No.
You know what? I have a friend, and she does visual effects for movies, and she could come down and do a perfect mold of Kessie's face.
I support this 100%.
Straws up the nose and everything.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
We lost Kessie.
Oh God, no, thank you.
Goth girl down. All right, so next we do have
this is not normal. Sorry, everyone.
Nothing to be sorry for, sweetie. It looks great. So we are going to be doing this contest until we hit 300 followers on Twitch, at which point we will be drawing a winner and notifying them. We did draw a winner for our 200 followers, but he has not gotten back to me. So I think we're going to go ahead and give him, let's give him until Wednesday. And if he doesn't, since all the minis are printed and ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and draw someone else's name. I'll let him know that, basically, since he didn't get back to us, we're drawing another name. Give him a little bit more time to get back to us. And then if he doesn't get back, I contacted him both on Twitch and on Facebook. So I don't know why he hasn't got back to us. I hope he's okay, or they're okay. So, but either way, we'll draw a new winner to make sure we give both those prizes out. So thank you very much, Cassie. And so now we have to talk about something that is incredibly important to us because it is an incredibly worthy cause, and it is wrapping up next month. Dr. Runyon, would you care to tell us about Extra Life?
What up? It's your boy, Dr. Runyon, here once again to lay it on you thick and heavy with all that Extra Life goodness. So Extra Life is a charity organization that has been going strong for over 10 years now, specializing in helping the sick and needy children. They've been working with the Children's Miracle Network hospitals and raising money for them for a very long time. They've raised over $70 million at this point. And we are very happy and very proud to be taking a part in that this year as well. We have set a goal of raising $2,000, and to date we have raised $1,830. That is incredibly close. We inch ever closer every week, and it is all thanks to you guys. Those of you who have sent in donations, those of you who have shared the information, we all greatly appreciate that. We are going to be extending this until November 7th, where we will be hopefully being able to give Jess a very, very good birthday present, and all the rest of us a very merry unbirthday present as well, because part of what we are also trying to do while raising this money is get our team to the top 100 spot, anywhere within. The reason is because one of our cast members, Anthony, is going to be treating us to a boudoir shoot, where he will be dressing up in full cosplay as his character for our Tuesday night game and doing a boudoir-esque shoot. I'm very excited at the possibility about this. Cassie is also very excited.
I want it so bad.
I hope that all of you who have donated are also excited for it.
It's why I continuously donate when we have people who are matching, because then my money goes even farther. So
I also hope that our Patreons are excited about it as well, because we are going to be filming the creation of the boudoir and putting it up on our Patreon as well. This is quite the endeavor to take, and hopefully we can see it all done. But the only way to do that is to keep getting closer and closer to that goal. So, as always, if you can't give, we completely understand. But if you can, anything helps. Even a dollar, $5, it's all going to a great cause, and it's definitely worth donating. If you can't, that's fine. We completely understand. It's been a tough time for everyone, and money is a nightmare to think about. So if you can't give, please consider sharing. We have the links on our Facebook page. We have the links in the chat. Give that information out to those who, you've maybe said it to before. Maybe you say it again. Maybe you're saying it to new people. Maybe you take it to work and you're like, hey, everybody do this. The people love team building exercises like that. So just if you can't, just share. And if you can share, please share. I really, really want to see this boudoir shoot happen.
So bad.
And
so
for those,
bad.
go ahead.
And as always, help a kid, be a hero.
Absolutely. And by the way, Anthony's character in the game is called Dude the Unbridled. He is a orc pit fighter from the city of Sharn. And so this will be a very green photo shoot. I'm just wondering how we're going to keep all the green off of sheets.
A lot of testosterone.
A lot of testosterone going on.
A lot of testosterone in that shoot.
Hey, we have to make him an axe. or a glaive to carry around.
Nah, I think he's already got a glaive of his own. Hey!
Oh.
Sick bird,
He's here all
sick
week, ladies and
bird.
gentlemen. So,
Is that a burn?
no,
Is
it's
that a
actually a
burn?
compliment.
Yeah, no, it's not a burn.
Because
It's not
remember,
a burn.
a glaive
I
is a
think
two-handed weapon.
I think very highly of Anthony.
But anyway, so thank you very much, Josh. And we are going to be going through with Extra Life, like Josh said, until my very beautiful wife's birthday, November 7th, at which time the Extra Life campaign will officially be over. But we do know that Extra Life is going to continue to accept donations up until January 14th, which will count towards this drive, which will count towards this donation campaign. And then you guys can continue to donate until January 14th. But the official cutoff date is November 7th for our contests. And speaking of...
Also, quick side
Yes.
note, thank you very much to MathemXO
Yes.
for subscribe.
For the
We
subscribe,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
We appreciate it very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Also, for tonight, because we didn't really have a lot of people able to take advantage of it, I am going to extend the matching for this evening for myself. I'm going to match any contributions given to Extra Life by you guys, dollar for dollar, up to $100. So if anyone donates anything to Extra Life tonight, I will match it dollar for dollar up to $100. So that's just a little bit of extra incentive. That means anything you donate is basically doubled for tonight. So please, if you can, donate. If you can't, share out the link and tell people that someone is matching dollar for dollar up to $100 if they donate tonight. And maybe we can maybe we can break that $2,000 goal in one evening. So thank you so much, Josh, and thank you everyone. Also, and hello to D&D Fangirl. And welcome to the show. Thank you very much for joining. We also have a couple other things that we do. Number one, to support the show, and related to the Dujwar Bourgeois photo shoot, we also have our Patreon up. Our Patreon is here to give followers a way to reach out to us. We have digital rewards associated with it right now. We are ordering some physical items such as dice sets, dice towers, and dice vaults that we're going to be including as some of our Patreon reward levels, but they have not arrived yet. So in the meantime, we currently have 4 levels of support from $1 up to $10. Each one of those has different rewards. One of those rewards will be the video for that Dujwar Bourgeois photo shoot, which will be exclusive to Patreon followers. We're also going to do Ask AMAs. We're going to do exclusive video hangouts, and we're trying to figure out right now how to do it. We're thinking about letting certain tier levels join us for the pre and post video chats that we always do with these games.
Oh God!
And so you can see how much chaos and anarchy is involved.
Yeah,
We're just trying to get us ready for
utter
screen.
chaos.
Yes,
Dick
you are
jokes.
on time.
Dick jokes everywhere.
Every day we try and get this done quickly, but every day the announcements take like 20 minutes. So we're sorry.
Yeah.
We also have our store of the week. We are trying to make sure that we are doing everything we can to support local gaming stores. And tonight's store was incredibly kind to us. The store of the week is a service we do to try and direct our fans and our followers to go shop local where you can, but not without thinking about the considerations of what that means to our fans. It is a risk to go out right now. So we're only endorsing stores that are practicing the proper methods to keep people as safe as possible. And Star Comics in Lubbock, Texas is doing all those things. They are requiring master in-store visits. They're doing social distancing in the store, limited occupancy. They're doing curbside pickup. And I do believe they're said that they're doing mail order as well. They are an incredible store that's doing everything they need to actually make sure that the gaming community is safe and they can safely go to this game store and pick up product and items they may need for their home games and everything like that. So if you guys can and you live in the Lubbock, Texas area, please go to Star Comics and give them a shout out. Let them know Dinner and a Game sent you. We don't charge any store a dime for this service. This is something we're doing because we know that the stores are the backbone of the gaming community. And if COVID continues as it's going to continue for a while longer, they're going to need all the help they can to survive and be there for us after this is over. Just the way they're for us before it actually happened, and everyone was at the game store every weekend. We want that life back. And without these stores, there won't be that life. So we need to make sure we support them. So please, shop local if you can. And also the last piece, a little thing that I wanted to go over. Actually, I don't think that was it. Was that the last thing?
I think there's a certain someone here with a certain show.
I knew there was a reason I had something else extra tonight. There is a lovely young woman who is part of our stream. And we think... It's Runyon. But no, there's a lovely woman who's part of our stream who also has her own stream where she GMs for a group of hooligans. So, Lauren, would you like to tell us about the tower?
Sure. The Keep. I think you
fault.
actually summed it up pretty well. I am GMing a group of hooligans, a bunch of my guy friends, to run through a homebrew campaign based on 5e rules, and we have a lot of fun. There are many shenanigans, and you should definitely come check us out. We stream here on Twitch Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Central. I'm tired, so I can't believe I almost forgot that. But our VODs are also posted on YouTube on Fridays in case you can't make Wednesdays.
Yep.
So definitely come say hi. Come check us out.
And you said that you're getting near the end of your campaign, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So it's getting up to the big bad point, ladies and gentlemen. So things are getting exciting. I missed this week's episode. I'm sorry.
It's okay. This week was a little weird. We were missing a couple cast members, so we ran a one-shot. So you can check it on
thank God.
YouTube.
I didn't miss
it.
I missed a one-shot.
Storyline.
I didn't miss storyline. All right.
Question: How many followers do you need for me to be able to subscribe?
I think we need 9 more followers.
Oh yeah,
so
so please
9 more followers.
Yeah, please,
Seriously.
everybody, go follow the Keep. I mean, Lauren and the guys put a great deal of work into it. They deserve your love. Please go follow them. If we had any way of rating them on a regular basis, we would. But we run at the same time they do. So.
Yep.
So, but yes, and so please go give the Keep a follow. They're a great show, and they deserve all the loves. So other than that, that is the last thing we had for the night. So it is time to get down to brass tacks, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we take up our Firefly campaign. Firefly, the sky is free. Well, last we left off, our ship, the Borealis, had managed to go down on orders from the Alliance to the surface of Miranda. That Miranda. And they managed to remove a flight recorder from a downed ship on the surface. There was Reaver entanglement. Kelly was horribly hurt, but they managed to get everyone back to the ship safely and get them aboard ship. Thanks to the actions of the captain and Doc Harry, Kelly basically is going to pull through fine. As they blasted off the surface of Miranda and burst out into out of the atmosphere, they encountered 6 Reaver ships that were bearing down on them, being chased by Alliance fighters. Thanks to some incredible flying by sorry. I decided I wanted to choke. But Jude,
Ooh.
they managed to elude all the incoming rounds and navigate away, and somehow, mysteriously, maybe it had something to do with the fact that Baden was having seizures. Who knows? But for some reason, the Reaver craft, instead of chasing the Borealis, reversed direction and basically did a bonsai charge onto the fighters that were chasing them. So while they were engaged, the Borealis took off, and just when they looked like they were going to get into clear sky, they encountered the Alliance heavy support carrier, that was supporting this mission and were stopped by several Alliance strike cruisers and boarded. At which time, Captain Blue came on board. As Baden had insisted to Captain Parrish, Captain Blue was going to attempt to take Baden and Jude off the ship. But the captain had another plan. He had taken the flight recorder information that they had gotten from the planet and uploaded it into what was essentially a spying device that the Alliance had put onto their ship. But that spying device had an open channel onto Alliance comms and could be, and he and his brother Hank had set it up to actually be able to broadcast this signal out into the verse using the Alliance satellite system. So it would be an incredibly instantaneous transmission and very hard to stop. Because of that, Captain Parrish had a bargaining chip up his sleeve. So when Captain Blue told him that they were going to be taking his crew, Captain Parrish presented him with this information. At which point Captain Blue seemingly backed down. But then he ordered, oddly enough, his security detail off the ship. And he stayed on the ship alone. At which point he told Captain Parrish that the trap wouldn't have worked. But he told him to hang on to the information. And he informed the captain that this crew may have been exactly what he was looking for, and that he was going to allow him to keep his crew together, but he would be calling on them eventually to pay back those favors. At which point, the second Alliance strike cruiser docked with their ship, and he left after having a brief conversation with Jude. And that's pretty much kind of sort of where we left off. And then the next episode followed with a lot of crew discussion about what was to be doing next. So the crew is still at a point where they're trying to decide what's going on.
So we went to the
personal moments.
Yeah. And you were headed for...
I just want to say I went and watched it. Y'all, like, I definitely almost cried a few times.
Definitely.
I got close. I didn't. Almost. I will not admit to crying if nobody was there to witness it.
Which means she cried 3 times minimum.
3 times minimum.
Y'all don't know that. Nobody was there.
All right. So, oh, and by the way, for all you Texas critters out there, the Keep is on our Texas Critters Discord, and you do get notifications when it goes live. So keep an eye out for that too. So anyways, so all right. So you guys have had some time to discuss what you want to do next. If I remember correctly, you guys were still heading into the Blue Sun system because that's where you were nearest to. And you guys were headed in to try and get the ship refitted, correct?
No, so we're fueling up. We're making any absolutely necessary repairs right now, and then we're gonna head further in, so Baden doesn't throw a temper tantrum.
Yeah, Baden was losing his shit and saying that you had to get deeper in.
We must go deeper. You're muted.
Yeah, unfortunately, nobody's told me that plan. Everybody's basically just told me you're crazy and we should use drugs to put you back to sleep. So
I was not here to make that decision myself. Just want to throw that out there.
Oh man,
Although,
it's gonna be great.
I understand
that's probably what I
you
would
were
have
not
done.
here, Dr. Harry, to personally make that decision. However, from my perspective, you were the one that put the needle in my arm.
Yeah, it's great. We're gonna wake you up. We're gonna wake you up. Like, oh my God, Baden! Oh, they're here! Oh.
That's
like,
awful.
Oh my God,
I will not
what's here?
do that.
What's here? We're like, pizza. Want some?
Oh God.
Go
That's
for
awful,
it.
and I will
Wake
not.
me up that way.
I will,
See what happens.
I will not be a part of that.
You're gonna start seizing out
Not.
again.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah. So I think we're just refueling, getting the absolute necessities, and then bouncing.
All right. So where do you intend to bounce to?
Wait, when do I get woken up? That's my critical question. At what point am I awake?
I don't think she was intending to keep you down super long, so it'd be like 4 hours.
Wake you up when you get there.
So the planet we were stopping at, we were gonna stop at the one that was like starting. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it was the one that's starting to become industrialized, but isn't like
Highgate, I think it was, wasn't it?
New Cana.
New Cana.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's.
Oh yeah, because it had a brandy. It had the brandy place.
Yeah, we're stopping there, and it is going to be like get in, refuel, any major repairs that are needed will be done, like, or any major repairs that are needed that won't take forever. Like, as long as we can still keep flying, if it's not going to hinder our ability to fly. You know, so if there's any like damage to the hull or any damage to the engines or anything like that.
Actually, the biggest damages the ship sustained was into the hold, because remember, you basically picked up your shuttle manually, and no matter how gentle you did that, it's still an entire shuttle slamming around in your cargo hold.
It was very heroic. You don't have to thank me for it. It's all right.
Yeah, very heroic.
Like, that's twice it's happened.
So, yeah, I guess we had set a course. I know we had already set a course for it, and we were just kind of like taking some shifts to like keep someone at the wheel. So we had like another day to get there.
About that, yeah. So Baden's going to wake up after a few hours. Definitely not going to sleep the entire trip.
No. That would
It's
be
okay.
That
we
would
have
be
more ketamine for that.
more concerning, because if that's a coma. Like, that's just that's a medically induced coma at that point.
Yeah, it'll be fine. As long as it's medically induced, it's good.
Yeah.
God damn it, guys.
It's medically induced.
No, coma's still not great.
Doc?
Yes.
Am I a prisoner now?
You were the one who asked to be strapped down.
I did. However,
I watched the episode. I may not have been here, but I watched it.
I did. However, I did not ask to be drugged, so I want to know.
No, but you were freaking out, so that was a good path of thought to get you to calm down enough for you to heal a little longer.
Well, I have been healing longer, and I am currently calm.
Okay.
And I would like to remove the restraints, and I would like to go back to my shuttle instead of being in the med bay.
And your head does hurt much less. Like, exponentially less.
From the hole.
I will let you out of these restraints if you can answer one thing for me.
Sure. What's the one thing?
Why did you want to be strapped down in the first place?
Because I don't want anybody to think that I was going to do anything bad, and yet somehow my precautious actions were taken as a sign that I actually am bad.
No, I just think people were concerned because you are one of the people that we knew might be susceptible to the air on the planet, and that you asking for that was you trying to show a sign that you may be feeling some of the effects of that.
Get 'em.
Or maybe everyone to feel comfortable that they didn't have to worry about that happening.
We weren't until you asked to be strapped down. Because I was confident that I waited long enough to take the suit off of you.
If you also recall, I specified I wanted to be strapped down so I wouldn't have been moving. Side effect was so that you guys would feel comfortable that I wasn't actually going to turn into a Reaver. But I didn't want to be moving around in the pain that I was in. And let's just be honest. You guys don't always have the smoothest flights when you have to do evasive actions. But sure, you know.
The
floor, that's fine. It's just with a head injury, I just figured having my head hit the ground might be a bad thing.
I'm not going to tell Jude that you said that. And 2, this conversation has given me enough comfort to let you out of the straps.
I will not be comfortable with that.
Yeah, she's laying in the next bunk.
No, she was fine. She'd gotten up and left.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She had gone on.
Her arm is in a
Still
sling,
not
but
comfortable with the companion.
Well,
Reaper.
you're not there then.
He's not a Reaver. He's fine. He is obviously of sound mind because he just had this entire conversation with me. That was kind of the point of me, like, trying to get at him a little bit like that, was to see how well he could respond to me.
Oh yeah, he's responding well.
To see whether you try and bite your face off or not.
I mean, that might be part of his job. You know,
biting
some
your face off?
might be into that.
So yeah, I will take the restraints off of Baden.
I will slowly get up, cautiously stand up because I'm not sure what that's going to feel
and
like.
I'm going to like have my hands right there just in case he starts to become unstable at all.
Sweep kick.
When she shows me the hands, I'm just going to kind of like passively like ignore them and get up on my own even slower to make sure I don't fall and that I don't need the assistance. And then I'm going to see what that feels like. And as long as I feel like I can walk, I'm going to slowly walk towards my shuttle using whatever handrails I have to.
When you go from laying down, when you go from laying down to standing up, there is a flash of pain and a little splash of light from changing positions. But you recover fairly quickly, and once you're up and stable, your balance is okay. You're not feeling lightheaded, and you're pretty sure you can move if you're careful.
Do I still have that cane that the captain was using?
Yeah.
That's Cap's cane. I don't want it. And I'm just
he doesn't need it anymore. He was only using it because I gave him to use it because he needed it. But it's not like it's his. It's part of the medical equipment.
Need it that bad.
I'm gonna walk to my shuttle.
I'm going to be like, if you won't let me help you, at least take this to help stabilize yourself, please.
I'm just gonna like hold onto the edge of the medbay door as I'm leaving.
Damn it!
And look at Dr. Harry and say, "I've had enough of your help. Shots are no longer necessary. I can restrain myself in my shuttle where I will feel more comfortable, and I will know that I am safe away from the rest of the crew." And I'm gonna walk up the stairs to my shuttle.
But he does this.
And no, Harry's gonna sit there and Harry's gonna sit there and start muttering about non-compliant assholes.
I know. After all the ketamine you gave us, how dare we talk to you like that?
So, you go to your shuttle?
A little bit cranky.
You go to your shuttle, Jonathan?
Yes. When I get to my shuttle, I am going to, as soon as the door closes, lock the shuttle and change the lock codes. And then see if there's anything in here that I think is going to let them get in. Because I really don't even want to talk to them right now.
Okay.
Just want to lay down, do my own thing, and be left alone for a little bit.
All right. That's no problem. I mean, you definitely have access to the lock codes as part of your lease. But the ship can override those lock codes at any time because you don't own the shuttle. It takes them a little bit to override them, and it'll let you know that the codes are being overridden. But it's definitely something that can be done.
Done, yeah. Okay. Well, I will make sure the volume for the override thing is loud enough that I can hear it, but not loud enough that it would drive my head into a pounding mess.
Gotcha. All right. So, Doc, do you follow him all the way to the shuttle, or do you just let him be a stubborn ass?
I'll wait a little bit, but then I will like walk that direction to make sure that he made it all the way without.
To make sure he's not just laid out somewhere.
Yeah, to make sure it's not like laid out in a friggin' like hallway somewhere.
All right.
Like...
So the rest of you, you guys are. This is about 4 or 5 hours into the trip, so you still have around 6-7 hours to go before you get ready to make planetfall. What are the rest of you going to be doing since Baden's going to lock himself in?
I'm gonna make sure everything's good in the engine room, and then start just cleaning up the shit show that is the hangar.
Yep. Assessing the damage. One of the things that's going to definitely need to be repaired, Hank, and you know this, is that air scrubber took a shit ton of damage, and it is an absolutely vital part.
The one I just put in?
No, you didn't put it in. You fixed it.
I thought. I guess I put in a new filter or whatever.
You put in a new pump on it, but it's not the pump that goes to it. It's just a pump you had available in order to make it function.
Well, what I had was, because I like beat it by like 5 or 10 or something like that. So we said that I was able to, that I had like the part that I needed for it.
Okay, just swap it out.
No, gotcha. All right. So but there's not really any repairs that you need to make immediately at this time that are life-threatening to the ship. So you can definitely just land, fuel, and then take off again.
I was more so talking about like the mess, like the literal mess that that came with like shooting a shuttle out and like all the crazy maneuvers we've been doing. I'm just picking things up.
A lot of the good news is a lot of stuff left with that shuttle. When the shuttle was just jettisoned out into space, a lot of mess went with the shuttle. So there's not a ton of stuff down here, but there's stuff that got sucked into this cargo bay from the rest of the ship. So there is that, and there is some damage to the flooring, the plating inside the hull, the cargo hold. Like the floor plating has been messed up where the shuttle slammed down into it. There is a lot of other damage to the sidewalls from the shuttle banging around. And so you basically have a bit of work to do down here. If you do it by yourself, this probably would take you basically just about the rest of the flight to do it and then get cleaned up after. So, if that's what you're going to be occupying yourself with?
Yep.
All right. So, next, Jude, what are you doing? Are you taking the entire shift up in the cockpit, or are you going to actually take a break?
Well, I had taken part of the shift and waited to have a conversation with the captain.
Oh yeah.
And then after that, I had gone to catch some Z's myself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was sitting up there driving, and just waiting. I was letting everybody sleep. That's what I was doing. I forgot.
Gotcha.
Been a long week.
I forgot too.
So yeah, forget everything else that I said. That's what I'm doing. I'm in the cockpit doing driving.
Yeah, 1 second.
If I have any time available after I get some rest, I probably would have gone up to the cockpit with Hank and started describing the sort of appropriate shortcuts and how we should hotwire those into the wiring under the pilot's controls.
Right. Because I remember that was another thing you wanted to get fixed is that you had that short in the controls.
Ah, yes, pilot macros.
Pilot macros. So you guys can work on that during the downtime. Did you get to have your private conversation with the captain, Jude?
I think so. I think that was it was at the very end of session last week.
Yeah. All right, good. So basically, for the most part, you all have just about everything situated, as it were. Kelly, you are banged up fairly badly, but you're functional. You had a spear stabbed through your shoulder. Luckily enough, it didn't shatter your shoulder blade. It went through basically between the shoulder blade and the collarbone and pinned you to the seat. And when the captain pulled it out, there wasn't a lot of damage done either, and the dock was right there to stabilize you, so you survived a very traumatic experience. With the device that knitted your wound closed, it's really stiff. The doc said it's going to be stiff for at least a few days, if not a week or so, because even though the tissue is stitched back together, it's like having a nagging wound that is very tender. You're feeling very ginger about it. What would you be doing with this downtime? Are you just going to try and get as much rest as possible?
Actually, I thought I'd try and stretch it out a little with the heavy.
So you gotta go down and try and set up the heavy bag in the cargo bay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
If it's, I mean, I might need assistance.
Who are you gonna ask to help you out?
Kind of galls me a lot. I don't know. Where's the captain? He asleep?
Hard sleeping.
Most everybody seems to be to be crashed out. You're the only one who got rest because you were injured. You and Baden.
I'm not going to bug them. So I will just tough it out.
You can shadow box instead of hitting the heavy bag. But you're not going to do that for 8 hours. I'm talking about what are you going to do for the rest of the time? Are you going to try and get any rest? Are you going to actually do anything?
Clean my gun.
Just checking. All right. So the rest of the trip to New Cana passes fairly uneventfully. You guys get to New Cana. You've already booked a berth. You've set up the refueling. The refueling is going to take probably about an hour. So you're literally doing a what's called a dust off, where you just basically land. You don't even leave the ship. You're going to basically just get refueled, and you're taking off again almost immediately. Minimizes cost on everything, and so you guys get into New Cana. You come into the planet's atmosphere, and this is a pretty heavily industrialized planet. You're landing at a place called Lilac, which is one of the major cities on New Cana. There's two major cities. There's Garrett and Lilac. Lilac is the actual city where the not brewery, what do you call it? Distillery is for the brandy. And so Lilac is the larger of the two cities, and it is one with a larger spaceport facility. So you guys touch down. For refueling and everything, it's going to cost you probably about 800 credits to get the ship full, the tanks topped off, and for the actual docking fees and everything else, like to touch down and use a berth while you're there. So you guys are ready to go within 2 hours. Is anyone going to do anything at while we're on New Cana? Yes.
When I feel that we're beginning to land, I'd like to go up towards the cockpit area.
Okay.
Is it just Jude, or who's in there?
I'm flying the ship.
Okay.
Jude is chilling. We're giving her a break right now.
Without saying anything, I'm going to go ahead and turn around and leave and go back.
Okay.
When we land, I'm going to go back to my ship. I'm going to wrap some letters that I've written in some nice ribbon and throw them on the bed. I've packed most of the stuff that I really care about taking with me, and when we land, I'm just going to go ahead and venture out into New Cana so I can book passage directly to the core.
Okay. No problem. So you're leaving the ship?
Yes.
All right. So you guys touch down. Hank, you're in the cockpit, and you're sitting there, and you're talking back and forth with Tower as they tell you, you're booked for a
Tower.
Yeah, you're booked for a simple refuel. You have no one coming off ship, so we don't have to worry about customs. You'll be clear to launch in probably about 45 minutes.
Fantastic. I'm just gonna relay this to the crew.
Okay.
So
as you come over the headset, right as you're hitting the button to talk, one of these sensors comes up, and the whole door has been opened, which is the sally port, which is basically where people walk in and out, and that's not supposed to happen because you're not supposed to be leaving the ship.
Is there a way I can block it?
Not once it's opened, and no one changed the passcode. So once he puts in the passcode, it unlocks the door, and he just pushes it open. Mm. Well, actually, no, because he has to go through the airlock. So the only thing you can do is you can lock down the airlock on the outside.
Yeah, as soon as I see that somebody's trying to leave, I'm gonna lock it down, shut it down. Be like,
you can turn the camera on the airlock.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna shut it down, turn the camera on, see it's Baden, be like, Baden, what are you doing? We're refueling and then we're getting out of here.
I was told that we're staying here, and I don't agree with that decision. I'm not going to staying here. Everybody else is dead. I'm going back to the core.
Yeah, we're fueling up and we're heading back towards the core. Who said that we're staying here?
Captain.
Captain said that.
He's also the one that ordered that I be put down with drugs. So.
Well, we didn't check in with customs. Why don't I get Captain up and we'll all meet in the dining room.
I mean, or you could open this airlock door and I'll deal with customs.
How about we just talk this out real quick? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure you're of sound body and mind right now, but you did just have, some pretty major surgery on your head, and we just want to make sure everything's good.
Yeah, the doc cleared me.
Yeah, but Captain didn't clear you, so,
So then I am a prisoner on this vessel.
Nobody said you were a prisoner. You just got to check with the captain before you leave.
Knocking on the door? You got to check with a captain before I leave? I pay rent for a vessel. Rent's paid up. If I want to leave,
you're part of the crew. Part of the crew. You got to clear with the captain.
If I'm part of the crew, why am I paying rent?
Because you're renting our shuttle.
That doesn't make me part of the crew.
You can stay in one of the bunks. We're not charging everyone else for their bunk. If you want to stay in a bunk, but if you want the shuttle that you're renting to go do your business, then we're gonna charge you for it.
The only signature I've ever put on a piece of paper that indentures me to anyone is the Companions Guild. I'd highly recommend you open the door before I take this issue up with them, because right now I'm being kept against my will.
I mean, didn't you get kicked out of the Companions? Isn't that what Blue said? Something like that?
Well, if that's true, then I got my own issues to deal with. So,
like I said, let's just clear with the captain. I'll let you out. Clear as day. I'm gonna cut off the comms.
Where's this camera that he's been watching me through?
It's basically a drop-down camera that's in the roof of the airlock, and it's basically a fisheye lens that looks down on the entire airlock.
It drops down physically?
No. It's a drop-down camera. It's like one of those fisheye cameras you see in the grocery store, but it's embedded in the roof, and it just looks straight down. But it's a fisheye lens, so it can see the entire airlock.
How hard is it to actually open this door once he's told it to lock it? I'm sure that I have to bypass it somehow if that's what I want to do.
Yeah, you'd have to basically pull off the panel and try and basically hotwire the door.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull off that panel and hotwire the door.
Okay. Do you have a set of tools with you?
What?
Do you have a set of tools with you? Because I've tried to unscrew a screw with my thumb, like Captain Slaughter did in G.I. Joe, and my thumb just shredded. So.
So to get to the panel, I'm gonna have to looking at this panel. If I want to undo something, there's no way to bypass it without actually ripping open wires and shit.
You could try putting in random codes.
I could try putting in a random code, or I could give myself a really bad headache and put in the right code.
If you want to do that, you can definitely do that. Whose brain are you going to pick?
The captain, he's the one that's going to have the right code. He's got to have the override codes.
Okay. So we're going to do the thing. Let's see here now.
Yeah.
All right,
well,
so...
I like, as soon as he, like, I don't know, starts trying to size up the panel, I'll be like...
Well, you said you were going to get the captain, didn't you?
Well, I said that, you know, we need to alert, or he needs to get permission from the captain, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, boss.
I'm not your boss, but can you go watch Baden real quick? He's doing something funny down there. Trying to get out the ship without the captain's clearance. I'm gonna go get Cap. Why don't you go escort Baden? And I'm gonna go get at that point. Then I'm gonna go get the Cap.
All right, Baden, are you setting up your roll already?
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't be too bad. Let me check one other thing real quick. All right. Oh, you're doing captain. Shit. Wrong set. Hang on one second. I need to switch characters. So that goes down to that. That goes up to that. All right, no problem. It's not that big a change. Yeah, it's the same dice pool. All right, no problem. All right, so the grand total is a 10. It's a 10.
All right, let's see what my basic pool will give me.
Nice.
So if I take the 18, I will have beat it by 5.
Yes.
I'm just going to stick with that.
All right. So you basically enter the captain's mind and you go through his list of all his backup security codes for access points, egress points, etc., etc. And you find the generic code that's basically like a skeleton key for all the access points in the entire ship. So you can put that key into this panel and it will open the door.
I'm going to type it in quickly.
Right.
Like, so I type it in, and I'm going to plan on like exiting as fast as possible. Because if anybody's watching the camera, they may think I'm hitting random numbers. So the second that door opens, they're going to flip out.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so you put it in. The door pops open. It's pretty much a simple, the door pops open, you walk out the door. Okay. I'm assuming you're headed across to the access point into the access point from your landing pad into the actual. Fuck my brain, man.
The station?
Not the station, but the thing, the area that they have going out to, the customs area within the. What are the things where the airplanes park? Terminal.
Oh, terminal.
Thank you, God. Holy crap, that was hard. So yeah, you're basically heading to the entrance to the terminal. Kelly, you come downstairs into the hold. The inner door is shut.
I have closed the door behind me when I left to make sure that they would also need a code to get back out. Like, does it make the airlock door?
It should automatically seal when you close it. I don't think it would have to be locked. So yeah, it should automatically seal when you close it. All right, so Kelly, you come downstairs, you go into the airlock, because the inner airlock doors, you can open that one fine. It wasn't locked. So you come into the airlock and you go into the outer airlock door, and you put your normal code in to get out of the ship, and it doesn't work. You can see that Baden is walking across to the doors to the terminal, but you can't get out of the ship. Baden, you're walking over to the terminal. The doors. You walk into the doors. When you go up to the doors themselves, they're actually locked, but there is a comm box to the right of the doors. And as you grab a hold of the door handle and try and open it, the comm box says, "Attention! You do not have egress to the station at this time. It was not part of the package that was purchased. If you have requirements of the facilities." If for an emergency situation, please let us know and we will send an emergency vehicle to pick up anyone. Otherwise, you please return to your ship.
I'm going to push the button and I'm going to say, I'm actually a companion, and they forgot to file my paperwork that I'm leaving, but I am going to have everything you need as soon as I come in to clear through customs. So as long as you open the door and allow me in, per guild guidelines, I'll be able to do any paperwork the ship forgot to fill out. And I apologize for their error. There was a mix-up. They thought I was staying when I had made it exceptionally clear that I need to get back to the core, and they plan not to go back to the core.
There's a couple of moments, and then the speaker cracks up. Is like, "Oh, sorry, sir. That was the pre-recorded message for people trying to enter the building without permission. Yeah, if you're leaving the ship, give me a few moments. I just have to clear this with a security detail, decom and stuff like that. We just have to make sure that you check out because we did not scan your ship because it was not set to release anyone, and so." We just have to make sure that the protocols are followed.
I would appreciate anything you could do to get me inside as quickly as possible, as when I made the request to physically leave the ship, I was told that I was more of an indentured servant of the ship and a member of the crew who could not make my own choices to leave, and they locked the airlock on me. So I would actually enjoy it if I could get inside and have some safety and freedom of knowing that I will not be forcibly made to return onto the ship.
Oh, well, I mean... No, I understand. Again, just give me one moment, and the comm cuts out. And so you head into. You're sitting there, standing outside, waiting. Hank, you go wake up the captain.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and you guys do that. I'm going to Jonathan get Discord up.
Cap, okay. Baden's acting funky. He's trying to leave the ship. We didn't pay customs to let us go into the station, all that good stuff.
Why is he leaving? What?
I mean, he made a big deal about
doing a dust off. What the hell?
Yeah, I know. He said something about you said that we were staying here, something like that. I don't know. But he's I'm sure he's probably fiddling with something. I got Kelly to go round him up.
I'm up and just dressed enough, and I'm gonna kick on my boots here, and I'm gonna go see to this mess.
I just picture the captain coming out in a giant set of old, torn up thermal underwear and boots on.
No, it's like at this point it's like pants, boots, and then I've got my suspenders up over my tank top.
Gotcha.
And I'm just heading out.
All right. So
his hair's just
yeah, no, there is no hair. I'm bald as hell.
So with the whole process of landing, usually people can't really sleep through that. It's pretty much a hard, jarring experience. So everyone else would be up. If you went right back to sleep afterwards, that's up to you because you guys don't know you're supposed to be just doing a dust up and leaving again immediately. Hank and Captain are not making a crap ton of noise, but what are you guys going to do? Is anyone else getting up, checking what's going on?
I'd probably, once I felt us go through that landing sequence, I'd get up and start making myself a little more presentable. And especially if everything's quiet, I probably wouldn't rush through that, but then head back up to the cockpit and relieve Hank.
Well, Hank's not in the cockpit. Remember, you landed.
She doesn't know
this
that.
is true, but I don't know that.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't know that.
So you get up and you go headed up to the cockpit. Once you get to the cockpit, there's no one there.
Well, that's a mite concerning.
There's a beep coming.
Or anything going on?
There's a beep coming on the wave. That there's a wave sitting there waiting for you to respond from the tower.
I answer that. I open it.
It's like, oh, thank God. Yeah, this is Tower. We got a guy banging on the door down below. Well, he's not banging. He's actually pretty polite. But he's saying he's a companion and that you're trying to hold him on the ship against his will. He also mentioned that he was part of your crew, kind of, sort of.
We do have a companion that travels with us. Sounds like there must have been some sort of miscommunication.
Is he a bondsman to y'all or something and trying to escape? Is he a debtor or because he's saying he's a companion and he says he can file all the right paperwork, but we didn't clear you guys for medical protocol or anything like that. So I figured I've seen bondsmen trying to jump ship before. So I just wanted to make sure this isn't the case. Can he leave?
As far as I'm aware, he is free to leave.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just send a med crew down there to make sure he ain't got nothing weird, and we'll let him in then.
Thank you.
Okay. Jonathan, Baden, about that time, the door goes and
Open
clicks.
It, step inside, and close it behind me.
Okay, and you hear it click close. So you're inside the terminal. This is just a very small sitting area for this access port to this landing pad, so it's got 2 chairs, and that's it. There's another door across the way, and it's closed. And you can see coming up on the other side of the door, there's a guy who has a medical bag in his hand, and he stops the other side of the door and he hits the comm button, and he says, "All right, sir, we're going to need you to put your ident chip in the slot so we can check your credentials." He says, "And we're going to have to run a medical sweep real quick. It'll take maybe 5 minutes." He's like, "Once that's all cleared, the ship has cleared you to come in into the station." He says, "And there's going to be some fines because you broke protocol." He says, but everything else needs to check out. The ship said you were free to come in."
I will gladly pay the fines.
Like, I know, I understand.
When you run your scan, I did have a pretty severe reaction to an unknown stressor. And I had a seizure, so they did actually do this to relieve some of the pressure. I was having some swelling. So you are going to see that I did have an issue recently, but it's nothing that would be contagious.
Well, yeah, that's it. We're looking for any foreign bodies. If you had any surgery, as long as it was done with proper tools and you had proper
trained and qualified doctor, one of the best in the verse.
In that case, there shouldn't be any problems. We're just looking for weird bugs. You know how it is. So you just give us 5 minutes to run this, and you'll be free and clear to come on the station. So just take a seat.
Take a seat.
All right. So
take a seat that I can look out that airlock window and I can see what they're doing.
It's not an airlock window. This is not space.
But you know what I mean? Like there's probably a little.
Oh no! It's 2 glass doors.
Okay, I want to be able to see out the doors. So
you can see out the doors.
Keep track of what they're doing.
You can definitely see out the doors. So you're sitting there in a chair facing the glass doors.
I'm definitely counting down my 5 minutes, paying attention to that versus what's going on outside.
Right about then, you see a little bit there is a bright light coming from the ceiling, and you feel your head hurts a little bit, and but that's the only thing that really happens that you notice. So, Captain, you're in the cargo hold. You see that Kelly is kind of standing by the airlock door, and she's waiting there. Oh no, she's standing in the airlock, and she's standing by the exterior door, and she's kind of putting the code in, and it gets a red button, and she's looks very pissed off.
I type in I walk up and I push past and type in the code.
Yeah, whenever I see that Baden isn't there, I'm gonna run up to the cockpit.
All right. You're up to the cockpit, and you see Jude in the cockpit. But you're going to run the cockpit in a second. Captain, the door opens up when you put in the master code. You see that there's no one outside. You can see across the way. You can see the doors to the terminal are there, but they're closed, and there's no one on the tarmac at all.
Cool. I'm walking up to the door. It's the only one that's here, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna walk up to the door.
All right. You're walking up to the door, and it is locked and secured. It's glass doors.
Can I see him in there?
Yeah, Baden's sitting down.
I'm just staring right at him, and I just look so fucking annoyed. I'm so pissed off. And like, as soon as he looks at me, I'm just gonna go like, I know he can't hear me.
I'm gonna point at my watch that has the countdown for 5 minutes, and I'm just gonna like let him see the timer is counting itself down.
It says like 2 minutes 45 seconds.
I look at him and like, even though he can't see me, or even though he can't see me or can't hear me, I'm gonna be like, "Are you a goddamn idiot? What the hell are you doing?" And I'm gonna.
He looks very disheveled, by the way.
I'm gonna hit the buzzer.
The buzzer goes off and it's like, attention, you have not been cleared for access to the terminal. This is not one of the services that was provided by your...
keep hitting Talk to a gold ring.
0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
A couple of seconds. Sir, would you stop hitting the button so I can talk? Okay, can I help you? This is very irregular. Everyone's coming off the ship. No one's supposed to be coming off the ship. I'm going to get in trouble.
Highly irregular. Listen, this gentleman in here,
the companion?
If I could just speak with him, is there a way for me to talk to him over the comms?
Or yeah, no. Give me a second. There you go.
Baden, what in the actual hell are you doing?
Over a little tinny box. The captain's voice starts barking at you. You're muted, Jonathan.
I turn the volume back up on the box.
Well, at first, my intention was to go to the core, which is not your plan. Your plan is to stay here and do repairs. And then I found out that effectively, I'm a prisoner on your ship. So now my plan is to liberate myself, just as I liberated myself off of that other station. I don't like being indentured to anyone.
Baden, you're possibly one of the smartest people I know, and you are just being an absolute dumbass right now. What are you talking about? We are doing a dust off.
That is not what you told me before you told me to drug me. You said you were coming here and you were going to
these doors, which is not something. You got the same message, the pre-recorded bullshit I did about not being cleared access. You would have cleared access if we were here to stay. We are doing a dust off, and we are heading out.
I'm going to discreetly look at my counter and see how much time is left on the watch.
Like a minute.
Well, Kat, I understand.
As far as being a prisoner.
Oh,
no.
You didn't know? I'm not allowed to leave the ship without it being cleared through you, because evidently I'm a member of the crew who can't leave on their own without your permission.
No, you just had a crazy brain seizure thing. And of course we need to clear you to make sure you're not going to hurt yourself. If you want to leave, you're free to leave.
I was cleared by the doctor. Otherwise I'd be still strapped down in the med bay. So if I'm obviously not strapped down in the med bay, then who cleared me?
And Harry's laying dead in the med bay.
Could you tell me, Captain, who would clear me? How else would I get unstrapped from a bed?
Hey, now you sound like I did earlier.
All right. You want to leave? You want to leave that bad? Fine.
You know, Cap, I was willing to die
and
for you.
I walk away.
I don't
And
care.
as he says that, I turn back around and I say, "You don't get to fucking preach to me about willing to die. You know exactly where I was and what I did. And I came back and kept you out of exactly whose hands. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So you fucking preach to me."
No. You don't understand how dangerous a situation you're putting everybody else in, because you don't listen to your crew, Cap. You want to keep us safe? I got it. We're a family? I got it. But you're the dad that doesn't listen to anybody else. Oh, shake your head no. How many of your crew told you not to go to that ship? How many people said run away from the ship that looked like a reaver ship? No, let's answer their distress call, you said. No, let's board that ship, you said. How many people died that time?
God.
Be safe.
None of your crew?
Be safe.
But
Be safe.
But you almost lost your brother, and you lost a crate full of people.
I'm going right back to the ship. I'm going right back to the ship. I'm going back inside.
I'm gonna wave goodbye.
And as I come back inside,
Hey, boss, my code doesn't work.
Kaylee, take it up the night.
Yes, sir. You need anything?
I'm gonna shake my head and I'm gonna go. And first, I'm gonna go find the doc.
Okay. I'm assuming you're in med bay.
Yep.
Hold on, can we cut the Jude and I's conversation?
Sure. Absolutely. So you come upstairs to the cockpit and you see Jude sitting there, probably looking a little confused.
Quite a bit confused, just wondering, trying to turn out in the cockpit and see if I can see back and overhear anything that's happening and just not knowing what's going on.
I'm gonna kind of run up there. Jude, did you let Baden out?
I just got in here. I just got a wave from tower control. What's going on?
Well, Baden has somehow acquired the main code to get out and is now causing a ruckus, or I don't know what he's doing out. Let me recant that. I don't know what's going on out there. Somehow Baden got out, and we need to. If you didn't let him out, then there's some funny business going on here, and we don't really like funny business going on around here. So
now, how do you get the code?
I don't know. The only people who know the code are me and Cap, and I have not put in that code around Baden, and I'm sure as hell know that Cap hasn't put in that code around Baden.
And it's not part of his lease?
Nope.
No. Hank, why is he leaving? We're supposed to be doing just a dust off, I thought.
At that point, I want to. Wait, hold on one sec. And I'm gonna put out a wave to the to tower.
Okay. Guy comes back. Oh God, yeah. What there's what's going on over there? Your captain's trying to scream at somebody, and there's a lot of angry words on the comm right now.
So, I feel awfully bad. I'm making your day a whole lot harder than it has to be. That man, that I'm assuming you are allowing into the.
He's clear. He's just cleared medical, so they're going.
He has a brain injury, and he is not.
He informed us.
Yeah. So he's not supposed to leave the ship. We don't know if he's good enough to leave the ship. We have yet to assess that. He got his panties up in a bunch because I told him to check out with the captain before he leaves.
Okay, is he indentured to the ship in some way?
I mean, not that I'm aware of. He's a tenant of this ship, but I told him.
Does he owe you rent?
No, I mean he's good. I mean, other than we're just concerned about his health, he's more than free to leave, but we are concerned about his health. He's acting erratically.
I'll let the doc know. The doc's with him right now. He's got medical cleared to come on board, so he doesn't have anything contagious. You'll be happy to know that.
Well, that's fine and dandy. Is it about this point Cap's kind of coming back?
Pretty much.
All right, I'll be like, well.
You can see him coming back, walking back from the from the tower
I
door.
do not look happy.
Yeah.
No, he is stomping back.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna say to the guy,
he kicks a space puppy.
Don't kick a space puppy.
he kicks a space kitten.
Yes.
Duh.
So I'm gonna be like, you know, we're gonna order you somebody to get you a bottle of something after this. I apologize for you having to deal with this, and I flip off turn off the wave. Yeah.
All right. So, Captain, you're coming back up. You're on board the ship. So in the hold, right? You're going out of the hold. You go up to the med bay. Harry's in there. I'm assuming you're cleaning up after someone.
Yeah, I would be cleaning up, organizing, just getting everything back to the way it should be after having had multiple emergencies recently.
Yeah. So she's basically in the process of sterilizing and getting everything back up to par. So sorry, Kessie, we made you work.
It's all good.
So I come into med bay, and I am just like an angry mess. I'm just standing there, and I just say,
Ketamine.
No,
hit him fast.
Yeah, good stuff.
Oh God.
No,
what have I done to him?
I come in there and I say, "You cleared Baden. He's fine. He's fine in the head."
I mean, he seemed to be doing better. He was very adamant that he wanted to go to his shuttle. I thought that would be fine. He'd probably
that was several hours ago
there. No, I know, but that was all he told me he wanted to do was go to his shuttle to rest there and isolate himself there. That is what he told me.
You didn't track any strange things?
No, I had a whole conversation with him, and I kind of pissed him off, kind of on purpose, because I wanted to make sure that he was in his right mind, that he was thinking and rationalizing the way that he always does. And he was. So I decided it would be safe enough that he could go back to his shuttle.
Thank you.
Did I do something wrong?
No.
I mean, he wasn't even technically supposed to be strapped down, and there was no requirement for him to be strapped down in the first place.
I just wanted to be sure that I wasn't about to leave a potential Reaver on this planet.
What do you mean?
He's gone. He's leaving. He wants to go his own way because he thinks that we're not doing a dust-off, which we clearly are.
He has a head wound. He almost died.
No, but he's clear, right? And I'm going to turn and leave.
I thought he was resting in his shuttle.
Then after I leave, I'm actually going to go. I'm going to go to the shuttle.
Okay.
Just to see if he's left anything behind.
I would assume, Baden, that you would have to have left a ton of shit behind because you've decorated the shuttle, you've done everything like that, and all you really could take was a couple of bags.
Yeah, so I took everything that was of value or importance to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then specifically on the bed, like I said before, I have left a pile of letters that have been wrapped in ribbon. And then there's one off to the side that's got a box with the letter on it, but with a box. Each letter has somebody's name on the outside of it. But if you pick up the stack, you can just see the top one has somebody's name in it. If you want more information about the letters, Cap, I can tell you that if you thumb through them or you undo the ribbon, even if you don't undo the ribbon, you can tell one of the letters that's in the stack seems like it's thicker than the others. Everyone else seems like it's the same thickness except for one, which seems to be 2 or 3 times as thick as the others.
Are they labeled?
They're labeled with names, yeah.
Okay.
What's the one with the box?
Jude.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
I mean, if you want to open the box, I'll tell you what's in the box because it's not like it's locked.
No, I see all of this, and I'm gonna find my letter.
Okay.
You don't get one.
and I'm gonna open it up.
All right. Here you go.
You have to read it.
No, I just sent it to him.
I know, but we're on a stream. You have to read
No,
it.
no, no. I sent it to Captain. Captain can read it if he wants to.
Oh, okay.
Via Discord or?
Yeah, no, through Skype. I sent you a personal message on Skype.
Oh.
But you have to read it as in it's in your voice. Dearest Captain.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, because it's from you.
Okay. All right. It says, Captain, you love your crew and are set to protect them. ... However, you don't hear them. You've gone to the edge of the verse and it changed you more than your body. I hope you heed my warnings and stop believing that I'm delusional. I hope you will do this, if not for yourself, for the crew. Baden.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to crumple this note up, and I'm going to
and light it on fire several times.
And I'm going to throw it across the room, as far as a wadded up thing of paper will go.
It's less than satisfying.
It is.
Walks over to it, throws it again.
And I'm going to go up to the bridge.
All right. So you're headed up to the bridge. Hank, what are you doing? Are you still on bridge with Jude?
Whenever Cap comes storming back onto the ship, I'm like, oh boy, I'm gonna hang out with you up here for a second. I'm gonna let him blow off some steam before we go talk to him.
All right.
Have I found Hank yet?
Hank's up in the cockpit.
My key code doesn't work.
The security protocol is still in place for the door.
I'm just like, we'll fix that here in just a bit. You talked to Cap?
I told him my key code didn't work. He told me to come back. You.
Yeah. He seemed pretty upset.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool. All right.
Cool.
Fantastic. Well,
cool.
Boy. All right. Look, here's what's gonna happen. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pour him a glass of whiskey. Not just a sip. He's gonna need a glass. All right. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go where the hidden whiskey is, and I'm gonna pour him a nice tall little glass of it.
Okay.
And then.
And where'd you go from the shuttle, Captain?
Went up to the cockpit, so I'm probably.
No, you went to medbay and then you went to cockpit.
No, he went to medbay first, then he went to the shuttle, and now he's going to the cockpit.
So I'm probably going to run into you
as you're pouring the whiskey
down.
No, because the time frame would have it. He's basically in the crew common room pouring whiskey as you come up to go to the cockpit, because the common room is between the cockpit and the sleeping berths.
And as soon as I see him, like, here you go.
So I see he's poured me a glass of whiskey, and I'm still like livid, and I'm just like looking at it, and I look at him, and I take it from him, and I am going to just throw the whole thing back.
That's a lot of whiskey.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna throw the whole thing back, and like come back from it like.
Yeah. Nice and smooth. I know.
I'm gonna set it down on the table, and I'm gonna say,
"Team Eaton,
you got a letter," and I'm gonna go up to the cockpit.
You got a letter.
Like, do you hand me a letter or?
No, I don't. I say you got a letter, and as I'm going up the stairs to the cockpit, I'm gonna say it's in the shuttle.
Oh, okay. And so I guess I'll find my way to the shuttle.
Okay. So while you're finding your way to the shuttle, Captain goes striding up to the cockpit. Are you doing anything in the cockpit, or are you just going up there to steam?
I'm going up there, and I'm gonna walk up to the comms, and I'm gonna get on the ship comms, and I'm going to say, "Attention, crew. This is your captain. Baden will no longer be joining us, and he has seen fit to leave all of you parting gifts in the shuttle. If there's anyone who would like to leave, please know that none of you are prisoners on this ship." And I'm going to sit down in the co-pilot's chair and just kind of steam there for a little bit, and I'm gripping the arm rest on the chair.
Is it creaking?
Like it's a stress ball. Just.
I don't think it creaks, because I wore those armrests pretty well out with the seizures.
So Jude, this got really uncomfortable.
It did. My eyes are really big, and I just, after Captain gets off comms, I look over at him. Cap, you want I should give you some space?
How long until dust off's done?
Maybe 10 minutes at most. There's a timer on the basically up on the heads up display that shows you got another 5 minutes left on fueling, and then 5 minutes to detach line and do safety check, and then you'll be ready to lift off from there. Everything's already paid for.
We're almost ready to go. 10 minutes, we'll be gone.
Hey, boss, could you help me with something?
Which boss?
Well, he told me earlier he was not my boss, so I now assume that the captain's my boss.
Are you still in the cockpit?
I've been in here.
I know. You never said you left the cockpit.
No, I didn't. I was hanging out in here, and I'm still asking Captain if he can help me with something real quick.
Yeah, I turn the chair and I look at you.
I just need help hanging the new heavy since I hurt my shoulder. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, sure. And I'm going to get up and go help her.
Thanks.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it helps to blow off some steam. You just got to punch something.
So you guys head down to the cargo hold. Hank, after you poured him scotch and he went up to the cockpit, where did you go?
I went to go look at my letter, I reckon.
Gotcha. So you go into the shuttle, and you see that Baden obviously left in a hurry. It's not necessarily, it's not messier than that. He just didn't take all of his stuff. But on the bed, there is several letters wrapped up with ribbons on them, and the ribbons have names on them. And you find yours. Is there anything significant about his, Jonathan?
So except for Jude's, everybody was like an A stack wrapped together. So when the captain unwrapped that, those letters would be loose with the ribbon, I guess, around, dangling around them.
Yeah.
Hank's is the one that is thicker.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
At first I was going to be like, I'm touched. I'm like, wait, hold on.
So
are you Hank?
Are you reading the note right now? Are you reading the note right now, Hank?
Yes.
All right. Jonathan, would you mind?
All right. Yours says, Dear Hank, thanks for everything. I appreciate that you at least delivered my message. Watch your brother. I know you love him, and he will need your support. I've enclosed a second envelope that you should only open if you truly need to in an emergency. Baden.
I'm going to look at the envelope. What does it look like?
It's like just like the other one, but it was like stuffed inside of the bigger one. Like, does it make sense? Like, you basically have two envelopes. Like, the first one, when you pull it out, there's like an envelope that says for emergency, and then the letters wrapped around it that read this, and then you still have the envelope that's labeled for emergency.
Can I look at it in the light? I don't want to open it. I just want to like look at it. Is it like more writing and stuff?
Yeah.
So there's like nothing. It's just a letter in there. Nothing.
It's just a letter. Yeah.
Okay.
There's not a key to a secret lockbox or anything like that.
I mean, there might be like a code to like, you know, a secret bank account or something, but it's been written down. It's not been like put on the card.
All right. So you do see that there is a bunch of other letters and the box with the letter attached, all with different crew members' names on them.
I'm gonna put the for emergency one in my inner
pocket,
jumpsuit pocket. You know, utilitarian. And then I'm gonna gather the box and the letters and stuff, and I'm gonna bring it out into the common room.
All right.
I'm gonna kind of look. I'm gonna look over the shuttle. I'm gonna close it and lock it.
Okay. So, Harry, Doc, what are you doing after the captain pretty much reads you the riot act and then goes storming it off?
I'm gonna like sit down and just be like, stupid. And God, I don't even know. Has the information come over yet about the letters or whatever?
Not yet. This because we're rewinding you a little bit because everyone got to go do their thing, and so you're about 10 minutes behind everyone else at this point from when the captain dressed you down.
She would have like got up and been like aggressively still like
cleaning.
Yeah.
Rage cleaning.
Aggressively cleaning.
Exactly.
Rage clean. All right. So yeah. So if that's what you're going to be doing the entire time, then yes. After about 10 minutes of you putting away things in a very loud fashion, the captain's information comes over the comm.
God damn it, Jonathan. So then I'll start to head that direction too, because I want to know what he has to say.
So you heading to the shuttle, or are you heading to the?
To the shuttle.
All right. By the time you get to the shuttle, because of the time frame and everything like that, it would have already been. It's already locked, and closed and locked.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to head towards the cockpit then.
Okay. So when you go towards the cockpit, as you go up and you pass through the common room, you see Hank. Did you stay in the common room after you put stuff in there, or did you?
Yeah, I'm just kind of sitting there, just like.
You see Hank sitting at the table, and on the table there's a bunch of letters laid out.
As she kind of comes in, I look up like, oh, letter for you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And I will take mine and open it.
Okay. Yours says, Dear Doc, you saved my life and I'm grateful. Always grateful. I would have died for this crew. However, no one could believe me beyond their faith in my madness. And that's like in quotes. It's not your fault. You were one of the few who was honest with me. Best wishes, Baden.
I look for an emergency envelope in hers. And internal, I'm like, oh, it's his favorite. Just kidding.
Someone just said, "Dear Doc, thanks for the K, Baden."
Oh God.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, count how many times it says ketamine.
It actually didn't say ketamine once.
It didn't.
I'm surprised.
I just can't wait till you open your emergency one and it says goodbye and thanks for all the fish.
So what are you doing next, Bob?
I'm just gonna try to find some place to sit down.
Well, you're in the common room. There's plenty of places to sit down.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna kind of sit down and kind of put my head in my hand, like my head in my hands, and just, God, damn it.
All right. So, Kelly and Jude, you both heard the Cap's announcements. Are either one of you going to go try and retrieve your letter at this point?
Do I have enough time to do so and to be back in the cockpit?
You can bring it up to the cockpit with you and then read it once you get off. You have no time to run down and grab it and come back.
That's probably what I'll do then.
Okay. What about you, Kelly? The captain's down. You asked the captain to go help you hang the bag. Are you going to pick up your note as you go down, or?
He's not family, not crew anymore. Not my problem. Kiss my grits. Sorry.
All right. No problem. So, after another 5 minutes go by, you get the wave from the tower. All charges have been covered. You are now clear. The land lock has been removed. Your flight clearance has been established, and your flight path out Atmo is registered. Please do not deviate from flight path unless an emergency transpires, in which case contact tower for emergency landing instructions. We hope you enjoyed your stay on New Cana.
I go ahead and I pause just a minute in my seat and I look at the letter where I've tossed it. Really want to read it, and it's just this hesitation. It's like, I can't quite believe we're doing this. And then
There's a box with your letter.
Mm-hmm. But I do not have the time at this moment to look at it. I go ahead and I initiate the sequence to head out.
All right.
As I feel that, I'm gonna head back to the engines.
All right. So Hank basically gets up without saying a word and goes off to engineering. You guys all feel the low hum as the engines begin to power up for liftoff. The ship lurches into the sky as its normal habit. Baden, you're doing a shit ton of paperwork. You have to pay a fine. You have to, your guild credentials check out, but they inform you almost immediately that you have been recalled, and the only flights you are allowed to book are back to New London. Oh wait, no, that's not where the guild is. Sanoa. Back to Sanoa. So, and the flight to Sanoa is covered.
Is it on one of the fastest ships in the station? Because I want to get there as quickly as possible. If not, I'm willing to pay an upgrade fee to get there faster.
Well, it's New Cana, so there's not a lot of choices out here. You're out on the edge of the black. It's on one of the fastest ships going back into the core worlds.
Is there a faster ship going back into the core worlds?
No. Not right now.
Then that's the best I can do, so sure.
Yeah. All right. So
when is it leaving? Because I want to leave immediately.
Oh, the ship is leaving within the next 3 hours. It's a charter flight. That's the best you can do.
Okay. How many seats are left on the vessel?
Oh, left on the vessel? About 50.
About how many?
50.
50?
Yeah. It's a large passenger ship.
And if I buy the other 50 seats, does it leave immediately? That's my question, Tim.
No. They have to wait for cargo to finish loading up.
So what they're waiting for is cargo. Are they going to have any
Yes.
more passengers?
They will be selling tickets up to the last minute, so they don't know for sure.
How much does it cost to get the cargo loaded faster than 3 hours?
Are you trying to make sure the ship takes off now?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for.
Okay. Well, once you make it apparent that that's what you need and want, the person at tower control puts you in touch with the captain of the ship, who basically informs you, well, we're just capping off the tank right now. That'll be completed in the next 30 minutes. He says, we've got, all the cargo is loaded up. They're just latching it down. He says, and we don't have any other bookings for any other flights. We are not scheduled to lift off for another 2 hours. So what I'd have to do is refile my flight plans. But if you're willing to cover the fees for refiling the flight plans, he's like, I can lift off in the next hour. I have to finish flying, fueling.
I'll cover the fee for the flight plans if you will wave the tower and tell them to send extra men out there to double the refuel time. I'll pay for that too.
So the refuel is done by robots. It's not even.
Oh,
people don't touch it. It's too dangerous.
Any way to speed that process up?
Nope.
Oh.
That's just the nature of the beast.
Okay, well, fine. Yeah, I'll pay the refiling fee and we'll depart as soon as I get there.
No problem.
Because it'll probably take me 30 minutes to get there anyways.
Yeah, because you had to go clean over to another bay.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Did we divvy up all the money? Do we have time to do that?
You had time. You had like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours.
I didn't take your money. I'm using my companion money.
Oh, okay, cool. Fantastic.
You may keep your share. I don't want your dirty money right now.
Dirty money. All right, so you basically, within the it takes an hour to get everything set up, but yeah, he's more than willing to take off.
All right.
He wasn't expecting to sell any more seats. There's not a lot of people who can afford to fly in and out regular, and it's a long trip. So all he's doing is he's going to get you into the White Sun system. From there, you're going to have to book. You're scheduled to change ships once you're in the inner core worlds in the White Sun system. You're scheduled to change ships to get to your actual final destination.
Okay.
All right. So the Borealis lifts off, lumbering up into space, and I think that's a good point to take a 10-minute break because we've been going for a while.
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a 10-minute intermission. It is 8:50. We will be back at 9 o'clock. Thank you so much, and we will see you back in 10 minutes.
you have to read?
Well, you said you didn't want yours. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Dinner and a Game has
Welcome back
returned.
to Family Feud.
I know. Welcome back to This Is Just Like Every Other Night. Where the family sits around and squabbles and someone ends up inevitably walking out and slamming the door behind them. So, Baden has left the Borealis.
And slam the door behind him.
I don't think he had time to slam the door. But he did sit there. He did sit there behind the locked glass door and glare at the captain. So, so you guys take off from New Cana. What do you guys want to do at this point? Because your original plans were all centered around getting Baden back to the core worlds. You don't have a Baden on board. You need to make repairs, not make repairs. You need to make some repairs to the ship, but you are more looking at spending some serious time planet side because you're going to want to do upgrades on the ship. And for that, you're going to want to find some place where you can hole up for a while to be able to make those repairs. And you're going to want to find somebody to do those repairs who you trust.
Before we get too far into it, as soon as we get out into the black and I can kind of put cruise control on, I do want to open my box and read my letter.
Which one are you doing first?
Ooh, I'm opening the box first.
It's like presents.
Baden, what is in the box? Are you you're staying up on the flight deck?
In the cockpit.
The cockpit deck. And no one else is up there with you right now because Captain went downstairs, so you're by yourself.
Yep.
So, Baden, what's in the box?
It is all of my good foodstuffs that were left over. It's all the real food I have left.
Ah.
The way to a woman's heart.
Her stomach.
You're not wrong.
Through her taste buds.
It's the way to everyone's heart. Feed him.
I know how much Jude likes to go take pick of meals, so now you don't have to even eat the crew food for a while. You can literally store the cans in your cabin for later.
So
okay. So I tear up a little bit at the beautiful food that is in the box. I reseal it and set it aside and then pull up the letter.
All right.
All right. I sent you a copy of the letter so you can read along if you want to, but I'll read it to everybody else. It says, Dear Jude, I will miss you more than anyone else. For a brief moment, you were my harbor from the storm. If you ever need me, please reach out. When you know you need me, when you are blue, I will be there for you as you were for me, Baden.
And then Eiffel 45 starts playing. So,
So,
65. Sorry, Eiffel 65.
All right. So, Jude.
So I fold up the letter.
The ship's on cruise now. You don't know a destination yet, so you basically just are orbiting the planet for the most part.
I go find the rest of the crew. If any of them are congregated in a public area, I try and go find them.
Well, Harry is still in the crew commons quarters. Captain, what did you do after you helped Kelly get the heavy bag home?
Beat it to hell.
you and Kelly work out some frustrations on the heavy bag, taking turns.
Yeah, sure, taking turns.
The captain's turn goes on for a really long time, Kelly.
Her shoulder's messed up. She shouldn't be using the heavy bag. I'll do it for both of us.
Well, that's what he said. He said I shouldn't use it. So you know that little one that's just like hanging somewhere?
Well,
bag.
no, you have to hold the heavy bag for him, or it'll go everywhere. He's not holding back. He's laying into it.
I'm holding.
All right. So, and Hank is up in the car. So the only place that people really congregated is down in the hold, because that's where Kelly and Captain are. Harry is still sitting in the common room, looking pretty forlorn, and Hank is nowhere to be found, because that probably means he's engineering.
Mm-hmm. So I head down to where Kelly and the Cap are at.
All right.
And I see the Cap basically beating his frustrations into this bag.
Mm-hmm.
And I wait for I wait for that brief moment where he gets a breath and is ready to swing back in again. And I ask, Cap, what happened? I don't understand, and I want to.
So I'm like out of breath. I'm a little winded at this point, so I'm just kind of.
I had you a water bottle.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how he even got the clearance. The only two people with numbers is me and Hank. Kelly's number ain't even working right. And from the look of it, he didn't hotwire it. So I don't even know how he got off the ship, or why he wanted to leave in the first place, and why I felt like a prisoner.
I'm telling you, boss, he was brain damaged.
No, I don't think so. Harry checked him out, and he got the all clear from his boys down there.
He was not acting right, boss. He was talking all kinds of weird stuff.
I can't rightly say I understand everything that Baden was saying, but it don't sit right with me, us just leaving him. I mean, he was the one who wanted to escape so bad, and we just left him behind.
He told us to, Jude.
I know, I don't get why.
That's what I mean. He was talking crazy and doing weird stuff. He shouldn't have been allowed to go. I couldn't get to him fast enough. I'm sorry, boss.
This ain't a prison transport. We don't hold people here who don't want to be here.
No, sir.
Just don't sit right.
Well, what was I supposed to do, Jude? Kick in the door and go grab him and drag him back up to the ship?
No, of course not. Just... I don't know. I don't know what we could have done different.
I don't know. All I'm saying is he didn't want to be here. He had some harebrained screen of where we're gonna sit planet side, which was news to me. I don't know where he got that.
Well, the original plan was to touch down, fuel up, do a little shopping, maybe stay a day or two, and then get moving again.
See, I
And
thought
he did not want that. He made it very clear in his rantings and his ravings that was a bad idea, and that I was a great white whale.
Ahab, right?
No, Kelly. Ahab's the one who hunts the whale. In
Oh.
this metaphor, the Reavers are Ahab.
You're just a
Oh.
big old dick, Moby Dick.
Oh.
God, you had to say that right when I was drinking.
Did
Oh, you know I can't read. Come on, I'm not gonna read that. Oh,
did any of us get a chance to talk to him after he woke up? I know I didn't. I slept clear through till we were landing. I didn't see him.
Harry, you can actually hear this because they're just down in the cargo hold, which is literally below medbay, and medbay is on a landing over cargo hold. So as long as the medbay doors are open, you can hear everything that's happening in the cargo hold.
I don't know.
I'll go down. Sorry, that sounded like I was about to cry.
I'm going down. Yeah.
So
I'm baiting it around.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my
okay.
god.
Jess told me before stream that she. What were your exact words, Jess? Again, you put down.
Oh.
You're not here. You're not here.
No.
Earlier, I told him I put down my cat overlord. He thought I meant I put down my 17-year-old cat. No, I put down the kitten I had been holding for an hour.
Pick up, put down. Pick up,
Like
put
I
down.
put her back on the bed. She's alive.
Placed downwards vertically.
I didn't kill any animals or euthanize or no. Everybody's fine.
No, words are hard and complicated.
Mm-hmm.
They can be, most definitely.
All right.
Oh, awesome. Surprise sub.
I gifted out some subs.
Woo.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
I'm gonna look at the rest of the crew that remains. And like kind of look down at my hands and I did not put on hand wraps or like gloves or anything. I've just been going at
your
this.
hands are bloody.
Yeah.
That canvas rips skin right off.
Yes, I know.
You said Harry can hear us?
Yeah.
I came down. I said I came down.
Oh, okay.
I am well aware what that bag does to hands. I'm gonna look up at everyone and I'm gonna say I reckon that I look a right mess right now.
Nah, let Doc clean you up. Let me clean up the heavy. Getting blood all over the bag. The hell?
I have not been the best captain. When we touch down next, if there's anyone else who wants to get off, you're free to take your cut and go. It's not. It ain't gonna be easy. What's ahead of us? We are in the hornet's nest. And I don't know if I can lead us out. And I'm gonna go to my quarters.
Before you go,
I pull him aside.
no, I'm just gonna say like right there in front. I mean, it doesn't matter who's around or whatever. Captain, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't know he was gonna try to leave the ship. I thought he just wanted to rest, and I thought he was doing better.
Cap, I'm not.
Maybe I should have talked to him for a little longer. I should have done more.
Boss, I ain't going anywhere. Not many people would hire someone like me with my record. Hell, I can't even read. Who's gonna hire that? I'm not going anywhere. If you let the doc look at your hand, though, that I'd be grateful for that.
Yeah, I mean, can I take a look at that real quick?
It's been a rough couple of days, Doc. Let her patch you up.
Just we can just go up to the med bay real quick. I'm just gonna rinse it off. Just put some bandages on it. That's all.
So someone
Please. Please.
Nerista said,
Please.
so saying that all this could have been avoided if Harry had just kept Baden strapped down.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yep, I'm the asshole, okay? I'm the motherfucking asshole.
It's a little more complicated than that, but sure, we'll go with it.
One of the few times ketamine would have been a good.
Should have earned your name.
Jesus.
I mean, what's a little kidnapping and doping up between friends?
Yeah, right? Because that wouldn't have made Baden any more upset with me.
Of course
at
not.
all.
We'll just use larger doses of ketamine in the future.
We'll just push the
Bingo.
soft start until he forgets.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you are awful. I think we're killing Ray.
Whoops, sorry.
Good lord.
Water, baby.
So, yeah, I'll go and let her patch up my hands.
Thank you.
Okay, now I can breathe again. Okay, so you guys are basically circling New Canaan. You don't have any plot at a very high orbit. You don't have any course laid in as of yet. Jude, are you gonna ask what your destination should be?
I'm gonna go up to the med bay, and as the doc is patching up the captain, yes, that is one of the things we're gonna try and figure out.
Okay. So you gotta talk.
So, Cap, we got any idea of where we actually want to head? I know. For Baden, we were wanting to head towards the core, but it'd be awful nice to get some upgrades here. I know Hank is practically drooling. We got anywhere in mind we want to head?
I think that's just a medical condition for Hank.
Side effect of
Don't you dare. Don't fucking do it. Don't do it.
I have no idea what's happening.
So
I'm not doing it.
So we're trying to get as far away from like Miranda and Reaver territory as possible. We're also trying to not go to Georgia because we got enemies there. Now we don't have a reason to go to the core, and also don't have a companion on the ship to like talk our way out of any potential problems that we would face in said core. So I feel like that only leaves like
Red
one
Sun
system.
and Kalidasa.
Yeah. So I will ask the game master, what does my character know about Red Sun system?
Red Sun
as
system.
As far as like finding work and whatnot.
Well, Red Sun system is technically the core world systems. It is basically, if you look at the map, you guys have your copies of the map anywhere? I mean, with you?
I'm looking at one right now.
Okay, so if you look at the way the verse breaks down,
Yeah.
I'm actually looking for the actual map. White Sun is the core. Okay, Blue Sun and Georgia are outside. Kalidasa and Red Sun are the rim systems, but Red Sun and White Sun are very, very close in proximity. So Red Sun is just like pretty much it is all some of the system is considered core. Some of it is considered to be on the rim, but it is very much as heavily industrialized and as well rooted as the core worlds are. But the core worlds officially are all in the White Sun system. So Red Sun is heavily industrialized, heavily developed. So is Kalidasa, for that matter. It's only when you get out to Georgia and Blue Sun that you get less actual development out there.
Yo, boss, I know a place we might be able to lay our head in Blue Sun. The place I'm from, Deadwood.
Deadwood is pretty much it is one of the last terraformed planets in the Blue Sun system, which means it's one of the most recently terraformed planets. It has a heavy mining industry, and it is a very mineral-rich world. So it's had a bit of a boomtown type era to it. There are two main cities on Deadwood, which are Haven and New Omaha. Haven is got the large spaceport. New Omaha is part of a booming agri business that is formed up in the flatlands on Deadwood. But as planets go, it's fairly unpopulated. You might have to, if you're going to do upgrades there, you might be doing these upgrades without an actual what you call shipyard to do the upgrades with. You might have to import parts, which would be expensive as all hell.
Yeah. Nah.
I just know
can I?
No, I'm looking for something that's more like. I'm looking for something that's more. It's kind of like the planet that we're on.
Can I happen to like come upon the crew as they're having this conversation?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So then my question to you is, I would probably know where I could find an engineer that I trust to work on the ship and that I can work with, where we can get fairly inexpensive parts.
There's one planet that pops right into your mind. It's in the Kalidasa system.
All right.
And it is called a Balik. Balix, I'm sorry. This planet literally is known as the junkyard of the verse. There is a booming, thriving business there of revitalizing. There's a huge amount of shipyards per capita, and there is a ton of scrap ships. There's literally ships that have been abandoned there that people go out and pick over for parts. And so, but there's also tons of scrap yards, refuse centers. The planet is basically owned by a company called United Reclamation, and they actually import trash to this planet, but they also import industrial garbage like ship hulls, retired ships, junkers, and they store them on this planet. And then people come in to access this like a pick and pull yard where they go in and they find their own parts and they take them off the ship and they just basically pay access to the site. So that is a great way to find cheap upgrades. But there is also quite a number of actual shipyards where they build ships on planet.
Fantastic. So I'm gonna happen upon this powwow. Hey, Cap, if we're looking for somewhere to go, I got some contacts that I've been getting a hold with in the Kalidasa system. On you said Balix?
Balix, Beylix.
Bailey's. Balix. Yeah, I got some contacts I've been chatting with on Balix. They got the parts we need there. They got them for cheap. It's a suggestion, and it gets us the hell out of the Blue Sun system.
A little bit closer to the core worlds.
Is pretty much everyone here?
I think pretty much everyone is now, yeah.
Yeah.
So I look at my whole ship, which have followed me into the med bay, and I just say, any objections?
No objections.
Nah.
None here.
Think we can find some work down there too?
Oh yeah, I mean
it's a smuggler's paradise.
I say they got as many smugglers, or almost as many smugglers as they got junk down there, and they got a whole lot of junk.
Ooh, I wonder if I'm gonna run into my old crew.
It's a plot hook.
So, are you guys
We've
agreed?
got junk.
You're going to be
got
heading
smuggling.
for Balix.
Got plot hooks.
We got everything you could ever want and more.
Down
have
here
to-
at Big Bob's Relic Barn.
We're gonna have to go through the White Sun system to get.
Well, remember, these things move. And so you basically, if you go anti-rotation to any system, you're going to have travel time. Now, you might have to go kind of close. Because remember...
not White Sun, Georgia.
You can avoid Georgia. You can basically plot a course that'll get you there. It might take you about a month, but you can avoid any trouble.
Trouble is something that I would like to avoid.
Yeah. So Balix orbits a small...
Yeah, we've had a good spot of trouble. I feel like avoiding it might be
I thought just diving headfirst into some trouble is your...
It might make for boring television.
Or it might make for the time skip that we need.
This is when the writer's strike happened. But,
if you want to, you can even try and find a job to get you out to Kalidasa. It would be really nice to actually get paid to make this flight.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Let's fire up the old networks.
So
See what we got.
Fire up the nets, guys.
Let's fire
plug
up the
in that modem.
interwebs. Let's jack into the matrix.
I need a 14.4 baud modem noise.
Yeah.
No, God.
Dang, dang.
That is horrifying. Now that you've made everyone who's wearing a pair of headphones go deaf.
No,
So
we have good headphones. We can adjust the noise.
You got mail.
I think me and Lauren both had like the same response of like, oh, no.
So
my kids stole my headphones, so I don't have any.
You have headphones.
No, I don't.
Who stole them?
I don't know. One of the kids.
Oh, well, they're broken anyway. So
I'm pretty sure it was one of my kids.
But anyway, so the Balix. Okay, so the Calidasa system is made of a primary star and a gas giant. The gas giant orbits the primary star. The primary star has a large number of planets orbiting it, 17 to be exact. Of those 17, 3 actually orbit the gas giant called Pengali. Oh no, Penglai. 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 So, and Balix is one of those planets. It's Balix, Newhall, and Oberon. Balix is pretty much a junk world. It has a lot of the industry on Balix is centered around manufacture and deconstruction of large industrial machines, and there is a lot of salvage yards, and there's actually a lot of trash. Literally, this is a planet that is run by a company that is a waste disposal company. So they actually ship trash from other planets here and just dump it. So it's not exactly the prettiest world. It's heavily polluted. It's not really well governed. It's owned by a corporation. So the only real industry here, other than the ship manufacturer, the ship yards, and is people coming in to raid the salvage yards. So the two main things that are exported out of here are new ships and people stealing parts for the most part, smuggling parts off the planet, smuggling parts, and then people trying to get smuggled into planet to raid the yards as well. So Balix has only one ship port. It does have several cities, though. The Balix system has 3 main cities. Where they go? They are Charity, Cenote, and St. Lucius. St. Lucius is the largest of the 3, and it has the only real shipyard. What that means for y'all is it's the only place on the planet you can get actually refilled and restocked with goods that are meant for long haul space travel. And so everything else, if you go into those small towns, you're gonna find local produce, but that doesn't last very long on a ship in a ship where you can be in space for months. So the stuff you need for long haul missions can only really be found on St. Lucius. Cenote is the nearest thing that Balix has to a center for actual production of goods for people who live on the planet. There are some people who actually farm on Balix, and some people who actually are ranchers on Balix that try to produce substance for the planet itself. They really aren't keeping up with the population, mainly because of the transitory nature of the population on Balix. It is always being subsidized by a large number of people coming in to take advantage of what's here. So that basically is what the nature of Balix is like. And then the last one is Charity. Charity is an anomaly. On Charity is far away from any shipyards, far away from any other items like that, and they are pretty much. Charity is a giant casino. There's a number of gaming rooms. There's a number of hotels. and it's kind of where everyone stays when they come to Balix. And then from there, they'll go out and they'll try and hit the different sites that they want to go check out, where where shipyards are, and everything like that. So Charity is pretty much like a resort town, where people with legitimate business on Balix, like with the shipyards and everything like that, that's where they stay for the most part. So
there's some illegitimate business there too. I'm just saying.
Oh, of course, but yeah. So, and St. Lucius and Charity are basically on opposite sides of a large bay. And so basically you land in St. Lucius, and then you take a charter, like a ferry or something like that, over to Charity. And that's where everyone stays. And it's designed that way on purpose. So, that's your information dump. So you're gonna head. Are you making for Balix, or are you gonna try and find work to get you out there?
Okay, so we got big time paid.
Mm-hmm. You can definitely afford to just fly straight there.
How much would it cost us to just fly straight there? Like another 800, or
no,
would you basically be using the 800
no. This is gonna be for a straight trip, like with no stops. You're gonna have to overstock on food. You're gonna overstock on a lot of the consumables that you utilize, and so you're gonna be on ship for just about a month. So that's gonna cost you roughly about 4,000. That's for the 3 or 4 fuel stops you're gonna have to make along the way, right, and all the supplies to keep the crew alive and happy on the way.
Yeah, as opposed to just trying to find a job that'll at least pay us something of that back.
If it's a job to get all the way out there, if someone's got something going all the way out there, then that you know what it takes to now know what it costs. So the job would have to pay over that because it has to make you money.
Yeah. See, thing is, getting a job to go in there would probably be something that isn't quite on the level. Like if we're going into a smuggler's, if we're going into a place where there's a smuggler's paradise and all that kind of stuff, any jobs that they're going to be needing to get there probably going to have some ulterior motives in it. Not necessarily ulterior motives, but a little more than we're bargaining for. And right now the plan is to avoid trouble. I don't know. And also we're a cargo freighter. We're like a hauler.
Right.
So it'd probably be moving goods that might not they might be hot.
Yep.
I know this one guy that runs a casino.
So
used to do arrange a lot of fights for me. I made a lot of good money. I could try and contact him.
Well,
maybe he needs some work.
Actually, Kelly,
yeah,
you do know someone who needs a job done in that system, but it's the exact opposite type of work the captain wants.
So I do know that Kelly is from this area and could potentially get us some leads, but I also know Kelly's background, so yeah, I'll ask Kelly.
All right, so there's a guy there's a guy who you served time with. His name is Marion Morrison. He told you when you were in the lockup that he was formerly the head of Morrison Mining Company.
Yeah.
And not he, it's a she. And she wants help because what she wants to do is she wants to try and find a way to get back the company that was stolen from her after she, as she told you many times, was put away unjustly. Now, what she needs help with is she has a plan to rob and ruin the company's current boss, Etienne Dubujac. She says he framed her for murder just so he could steal her company and all its assets.
Well, since I was also unrightfully imprisoned, yeah, we're going to go with that.
Now, Dubuc never even changed the name of the company because he is that much of a spiteful bastard. She has told you many times that if you were willing to help her out, she would cut you in on an ownership share of the mine if you were to be able to put a crew together to do this.
I'm a blabbermouth, so I just tell you all that.
God.
I'm a loyal blabbermouth. Oh, Captain, my captain.
What are the details? Like, what is a heist? Sounds like a heist.
Well, actually, go ahead, my love.
There is a moon called Sweet Home. It's the fourth moon in orbit around one of the larger planets in the Calidus system. There is a profitable mine in a town called Hannibal. There's nothing much else there other than the mine itself. The local economy is largely tied to the profitability of the Morrison mine. The bank and the general store, all of that are part of that company. Now, what Morrison told you is she said that Dubuc is wringing the locals dry. He is charging them. He doesn't sell anyone anything. He rents them tools that he takes out of their paycheck. He charges them for if they go to the doctor. He charges them if they get docked pay if they take days off. He basically runs it almost like a sick prison situation, and he is bleeding the locals dry while he is making massive profits. He also claims that due to the previous owner having been locked up, that the mine has very poor dealings and has to sell all its ore almost at a loss in order for him to be able to keep the mine open at all, even for them to have jobs and have the company stores stay open. So he tells them that he's selling things at a loss when he's not. It's very precious metals, and some of the biggest yields that have been seen in this area for a long time. What Morrison has done.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's horrible. Well, Morrison, if what Morrison says is to be believed, what Morrison has done is she's been freed, and she's been hailing you like once a week for the past 6 months, just checking to see how you are and seeing if you got any interest. She's been trying to put a crew together, but honestly, even when you guys were in prison together, she was never the criminal type. She didn't know anybody. The reason she stuck to you is, number one, because you could keep her safe. And number two, she, was just trying her best to survive. Now, what she's hoping to do is pull off a heist. What she wants to do is
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
So the miners aren't fools, and they know what's the game Dubuc is running. They want this, so they have been doing everything they can to try and bleed money off of him. So, they haven't been depositing their checks or their money they make from the mine into the bank. They've been hoarding it. They're doing everything they can to try and fight back against Duboc's situation. But they also have to survive. So what they're looking for is what they want to do is she wants to rob the bank. The bank not only holds all the local money for all the local people there, but it also holds all the bills of record and all the pay orders, pay notes, and all the transactions for the mining company. So if you were to take that with the tenuous position that Dubak has currently, with most of his money being invested in the actual mine itself and production, he'll have no reserves with which to actually continue running daily operations. And if that happens, then he won't be able to make his deliveries, and basically the mine will be ruined. She wants to take the money that is going to be taken from the bank, and she wants to set up. She wants to take that, and she's already arranged with some of the local miners to set up a shell company, and they are going to buy it as a individually, not individual, but sorry, a worker-owned conglomerate. And they've already set up a dummy company. All they need is the funds, which the funds will be laundered through from the bank heist in order to buy the mine from Dubak once he's ruined. The Dubujak. Dubujak. B-U-J-A-C.
That sounds like a lot.
Sounds like trouble with a capital T.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like blinking, like all capital and neon, just like live trouble right here with a big old arrow.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, Josh, you gonna take that? You gonna take that plot hook? You gonna take that plot hook?
I'll get you another plot point. I'll give you an extra plot point.
You can do it.
Would you do it?
Do it.
Would you do it? Well, how
So,
would you do it for a plot point?
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's where I find myself. If I can speak out of character for a moment. I think, me personally, Josh, thinks that sounds fucking wicked awesome. And I would love to do a heist mission that could go all kinds of awry and create all kinds of high stress drama and craziness. Speaking as Alan,
She saved my life in the joint. Boss.
We just came up off the home planet of Reavers. Like we walked away from it, mostly unscathed. Don't really feel like pressing my luck any more than I've already pressed it.
Boss, I get that. I understand all the way. But number one, this ain't Reavers. Number two, she saved my life in the joint. So that's why I actually brought it up.
Yeah, that is a touching story. I'm glad that you made a long-term friendship in a place where otherwise you might not. But that is asking a lot. I mean, I'm sorry, Cap. I just have to say that is crazy town. We just, like you said, Cap, we just risked our asses on the motherland of Reavers and left. Not only Reavers, we had to deal with Alliance too, we already have now a tenuous relationship with the. We've always had a tenuous relationship. Now it's like it is stretched very thin. It is like a small line of dental floss holding up a hippopotamus right now. That's how stretched it is. And
you got such a way with words, brother.
I know. And it is. I mean, how much are we talking here? Like, I mean, how? Because
from what she's told you in her waves, the mine has hit a major vein, and it is producing at exponential numbers, which is what she was telling you about. The mine itself, though, is in some debt because for 2 years before that, it wasn't producing well at all, and Dubak is been. That's why he's been fleecing the people so hard, because he's not been making a lot of. He's been going into debt trying to keep the mine open. He has promised that once they make they deliver this first shipment and the funds are in the bank, that the people will get paid everything he owes them, and that all the mine's debt is going to be wiped out from this first shipment, because this is very rare, refined ore, and incredibly valuable. So, if what he's saying is the truth, and what she's saying is the truth, and she's willing to cut you guys in for an ownership share or a direct payout, your choice, you're looking at another very substantial payday. It would be the equivalency of us for our time period of basically heavy metal mining, stuff that's used for circuit boards and stuff like that, zinc and some of the other heavy metals. It's insanely valuable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just a little nervous because we don't have our speaker box on board anymore.
What's a ballpark number?
Depends on how you take your payout. Take it in one lump.
Are we talking about like doubling what we have?
Oh yeah, that's if you take it in one lump. If you take an ownership stake, then you're going to get paid out monthly.
Yeah, but just striking this ore, it was producing crap up until now. Oh man, Cap, I'm obviously going to defer to you. It's just
crew input. We're all here in Medbay with my patched up hands.
I feel like the whole time Harry's just like working on his hands, just like
he's like, this is the new ketamine aerosol spray I want to try. This is squirt on your knuckles.
I can't feel my hands, Doc.
I love that face kiss. I'm sorry, Kissy.
So yeah, like crew input.
Well, Cap, I think you need to ask how much of a gambling man you are.
You feeling lucky, both?
Do you?
That's the thing, is I've used up a lot of my luck.
Clutches his dog tags. I don't know, Cap. It sounds incredibly risky. We're down a crewman. Well, I mean the ship itself, I mean she's fine, but she still needs repairs. She's not at 100%. We got one shuttle.
So this is a job that we would have to discuss with her once we get there anyways, right?
She's been waving you once a week. You know how to reach her. You could get a hold of her, well, depending on time differences and everything like that, it probably wouldn't take you too long to get her on the horn. You know she's there. She's been staking out the place for months trying to get an angle.
I mean, we could also just pick up some passengers, maybe making their way over to where we're going. Muted?
We're
okay.
We're a cargo vessel, right? We don't have a lot of. We have like a room open.
Well, now you have a room and a shuttle.
Yeah.
Nah, they ain't getting the shuttle.
So that one passenger would have to really want us to get over there and pay us. We could probably get a passenger like on the way and make a stop, and then ship something to a system on the way.
Your main job is
because we're crossing the verse.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're literally crossing the verse. Like Blue's here and Kielbasa sausage system is over here. So
Yep.
So
that's exactly what it's called.
That all I can think about
name. Correct.
That is it.
Diabetics whose butt cheeks are warm. What?
So
Kielbasa? Today's
what?
Come on, get culture, you guys.
Yes,
get it.
Yes. So God damn it. So
I feel like we should. I mean, smuggling would be a safer route than fucking bank heist.
This is true.
And I mean, we don't even gotta smuggle. I mean, I'm sure people need, some shit hauled from point A to point B that gets us closer. We can do smaller jobs on the way there.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be a
transport.
go-around bank heist.
Hank.
That's me.
There's another option.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Well, she said, and for what Kelly told you, that they have a shipment that they're going to be selling. Well, this is all about getting those funds, right? So they basically don't have the operating budget. If you intercept the shipment, they still don't get the funds.
You mean like piracy?
Like piracy, yeah, like piracy.
So now I've given you the option of a bank job or being pirates.
I mean, we're not really in a ship that can catch up to
pirate ship.
Yeah, it is. That is a very outlier situation that we are not equipped for. Because I mean, at least if we do the bank heist, we have someone who's good with guns. We have a couple people who can, shoot guns if they need to. But piracy, that is. I mean, I may have been working on a ship-to-ship cannon in my work room, whatever. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just kidding.
And just like that, all of Hank's plot points disappeared.
Didn't need any of those episodes in the past. We now have a D12 plasma thrower. I'm just kidding. No, I mean, I think maybe our best shot, our safest, probably more reliable shot is to do the jobs here and there. Now, here is something that may or may not work out. What if we were the one? We were the transport ship to. I mean, that they gotta reach out to somebody. Maybe they already have somebody. Maybe they don't. Maybe your contact, Kelly, can make sure that person never gets the job or something. But if we were the transport ship that transported these precious metals, and we were attacked by pirates, that's the least riskiest way of us having our cake and eating it too.
So we sign up to be. I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly. We sign up to be the transport ship, and it's a double cross.
Yeah.
That's a lot safer than just like going in.
Yeah, pirates.
Yeah. That so far that's the safest way to do this that I'm liking. And I see it coming back to bite us in the ass 0 times. So
yeah, definitely.
Yes, that was sarcasm.
I mean,
yeah, I mean, I'm still waiting on that crew input.
Oh.
All right, let's.
It's
the
not
doc
just,
is literally
it's
like.
not just my yeah. I'm waiting on the input from someone who, up until like a day ago, was bound by law, and someone who stole a shit ton of Alliance medical supplies that if we get caught with them, like, they might feel some type of way about it. So, Captain's just sitting there waiting for that input.
I mean, yes, I have previously stolen a lot of things. But I technically was trying to do that for the good of people who really needed it.
Well, if you liberate this poor little mining town from the clutches of this evil Dubak person, Morrison has said that she's going to basically make everyone in the town co-owners in the mine.
Which we don't know. We only have hearsay on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, not that I distrust Kelly's word, but we're getting hearsay of one side of the story. I'd like a little bit more information, perhaps.
Then you need to speak to the source.
Who would not trust you as far as she could throw you?
She trusts you implicitly, and if you say you're part of their crew and you vouch for them. Remember, she's been.
Does Kelly trust us implicitly?
She fucking better.
She took a spear for you.
I trust one person on this boat implicitly.
Is it the heavy bag?
Okay, 2 people now. I didn't know the heavy bag was an option.
Ah, yes, the new crewman. Heavy bag.
The heavy bag.
Is it Jude? Because
put him in the fucking transport ship. It's his room now.
It's his room now.
Okay, that got weird. Yes, I trust the heavy bag. No, Cap, you. I would vouch for you. No one else.
I'm both.
That's a lot to
wow,
unpack.
I only saved your life.
And I'm like, no, that's fair. I'll take it.
I trust Jude more than I trust myself.
Yeah, I also trust Jude more than I trust you. No offense, Cap.
Absolutely zero. Take it.
I try my best.
I mean, look at her.
And like,
just look at her.
Everybody looks at you.
She oozes trust.
I don't know. That's a pretty shady elbow brace she's wearing.
I mean, aside from like the fact that she was keeping a lot of secrets from us and all that stuff.
That's totally irrelevant. Totally has nothing to do with any of this.
Neither nor there.
I mean, you know,
like,
and the fact that she had packed a bag, was ready to go and sign a deal.
Yeah.
Neither here nor there. I am a great judge of character.
But she was willing to do that to save our asses, and I can count on. I don't even know if I can count on this many fingers of how many times she saved our asses in the past few months. But you know what? This isn't. We're not trying to blow smoke up your ass, Jude. I don't know how this conversation got turned around.
I have no idea.
We're all just praising Jude now. Worship at the altar of Jude.
His face is slowly getting more and more red.
I put in chat. I put Jude as a sweet baby angel.
So,
don't you talk to me on my pilot ever again.
So I'm not getting like a hard no from the crew.
I think
not
that
getting a hard no from the crew, which puts me at unease because guys, I really want to take this plot thread real hard. Look, this plot thread so bad.
I think
it doesn't make sense for my character to want it.
Look, I think that it is at least worth a discussion. Because, I mean, Cap, speaking completely unobjectively, speaking completely from a biased perspective, I mean, you know, the Borealis could use some
money. Money. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, money too, yeah.
Money, yeah. Right. The whole reason we got into the business, money.
Yes. I was not thinking about the Borealis above money. Yeah. Yeah, money. Yep. Yo!
That kitty is upset.
Yikes.
Be quiet.
Cap, I don't think it would hurt any of us to
don't do it.
Maybe get some more information.
It's at least worth a wave.
It'd be nice to have some place that actually likes us when we visit.
It'd be real nice.
She's got a point there. I mean, and you know, we would be the heroes of the town.
Sure.
A town named Parish Town or something. You know?
Well, the town has a name.
Kelly, go ahead and arrange a sit down.
You got it.
All right. Well, it is just past 10.
You know where your mother is.
I know exactly where she is. I hope. So it is just past 10, and we are going to get into a big role play session in the next one because we're going to have the sit down with Miss Morrison. So why don't we wrap things up for the evening with picking a name for the episode? And I know people have already been shouting names already before we even got to this point. So.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say, folks?
Jude is the sweet baby angel?
Jude is the sweet baby angel.
No.
Smoke up the ass. I like Family Feud. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that one.
I like that one.
It makes sense.
Or we can call it "Peace out, bitches."
Family Feud is
So I thought of another one while I was going pee during the break.
Thank you for helping us getting into the
mindset.
process.
Yes, yes. Parting words.
Oh, I like that one. Ow, 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 ow.
Ow, it's just such a hot name, it's good.
That name was on fire.
I stopped petting him and he started biting my arm.
Well, why did you stop petting him?
Why?
Because you stopped petting him. You just told us why.
Oh.
Don't yell at him.
Rating us.
She's getting
rating us.
What?
She's getting terrified.
No.
Oh, Grouch Cat.
Oh,
shit.
Hey, guys. We love you. We were literally about to end our show. We wrap up at 10 o'clock. You got us as we were naming the episode. Firefly. Yeah, Firefly basically has a system where you name your episodes at the end of the show, and then you use the episodes for XP and game mechanics later on. So everyone was trying to decide on a name for our episode. Hey, Spooky Sprinkles.
So yeah, what was it you suggested? Parting words?
Parting words.
I like parting words a lot, actually. That's a really, really good one.
Parting words is good. I like that.
Does everyone agree on parting words?
I have an idea for the next one.
Works for me.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God. For the next one. We haven't even played the next one yet.
We've played it in the year.
Okay. Baden's Betrayal. Someone wants to call it Baden's Betrayal.
Damn!
Hey, Grouch.
Dang.
I'll just, yeah. So,
screw you guys. I'm going home.
Screw you guys.
Screw you guys. I'm going home. So that pretty much wraps up our Firefly Friday night game called The Sky is Free. Once again, for highlights, the crew sat down to refuel, and in the middle of refueling, Baden stormed off the ship and left the crew. So
took the kids with him.
And took the kids with him because, damn it, they're not staying here with you.
I don't
ruin
want
Christmas.
2 Goram Christmases.
I think that was still a very valid.
That was a very.
That
good,
was valid, running it for the episode title. I like that one a lot too.
We have a lot to think over, a lot to go over. We can do this as a season, the mid-season finale cliffhanger, because you guys do have basically a month of transit time.
So would we still be playing next week though?
Because hold on. So
because we're supposed to be playing next week still.
Well, we have the sit down scheduled next, so it's like it's kind of just flowing through.
Yeah, that's the problem with not actually having a script and not actually having,
What? We don't script our show?
Well,
who the hell has time to write a damn script?
So because the party is now, for the foreseeable future, permanently split, there can be jump cuts from sit down to what the fuck is going on with Baden.
Well, Baden's also got about a month trip to go into the core world. It's not that long. It's going to be about 3 weeks for him to get in the core world. So
it's a travel montage episode. We can
kind of sort of.
We can just do callbacks the whole episode where we just think about how
remember that time.
Remember you guys remember that time when
Baden left us.
Remember that time.
And then it goes.
Because it's a Scooby-Doo episode too,
right? Apparently.
But so yeah, what we can do, we're going to do something next week, which is going to start out with we have to do the sit down with Kelly's contact, Morrison, for the possible bank job slash ambush and capture mission, depending on how you guys decide to run it. But you definitely need more information, so you need to talk to Morrison about it and see if that's something you want to do. Number 2, and here's a big one. This job is taking place in the Calidasha system, where you're planning on going to get your ship fixed. So if the job goes bad, you'll still be in system.
Look. Well, that sounds terrible. Hey, new ship, guys.
New ship. What is buy a new one?
Yeah.
So those are two big things to consider. So you guys need to speak with Morrison on the next episode. And I'm going to have to get with Jonathan and see what I'm going to do to his character for splitting the party. I might get him eaten by a beholder or something. I don't know. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up for the night.
There's in Firefly?
There is now. But no, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up for the evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Terrified.
Thank you so much for having stayed with us. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Grouch Couch, for raiding us. We double appreciate that. We love you guys so much. And I was actually going to raid you guys after this, so now I'm kind of stuck with where to take us. So we're going to go ahead and wrap things up by going over our announcements real fast. Number one, we are trying to get to 9,000 on Facebook. We have a contest going where we're giving out the D&D, oh God, I forgot the name of it now. Help.
The Essentials Kit.
Thank you. The D&D Essentials Kit, which comes with everything you need to do, everything you need inside of it to learn how to play D&D up to 5th level. And we're giving away the player's guide and a set of dice. And we're going to give you, I forgot to say this in the beginning, we're giving you $100 in dinner in a games store swag so you can rep the show that gave you your brand new hobby addiction. You're welcome. We're also going to be doing a giveaway for our Twitch followers. We're trying to get to 200 followers on Twitch. No, wait, 300 followers on Twitch. We already got to 200.
Yes.
So we're trying to get 300 followers on Twitch, and we're doing a giveaway for that as well. As you can see in the center of the screen, there is a large group of minis there. I am going to 3D print all those minis, and we are going to give the entire Vampire Army set to one winner. This is a set for an RPGs. This is a vampire count and his all of his unholy minions and 3 heroes who are going to do battle with him. A Dragonborn, Paladin, a human rogue, and an elven caster. And all 3 of them are going to be doing battle with this vampire and all of his minions. But for you guys, it's just more minis for your D&D table. And they're freaking gorgeous. If I had a way to show you the ones I have on the table right now in front of me, I tried to do it earlier before we did the stream, and you can't see them. So I'm going to have to take some photos of them because they are amazing. So anyway, you guys, we're going to do that. Give that away when we hit 300 followers on Twitch, and we're also taking part in the Extra Life charity event that's happening right now. Extra Life is an amazing charity. They do good work for children. They support children's charity hospitals across the country. And we are taking part in that event. We're trying to get to $2,000. That's our goal. We're at $1,800. Oh, did anyone donate? Because I remember I had that. I was matching donations up to $100 this show. So did anyone donate to Extra Life?
Let's find out.
I'm trying to find my Extra Life thing and I lost it. I shut it down because I'm not smart. Who's going to get the Extra Life first?
Who's going to get there first? Who's going to get there first? Who's going to get there first?
Me.
What were we at before?
1830. Yeah. We're still at 1830. So we are going to go, no donos. So we're going to go ahead and keep the match going. So the next show we're running is for our Curse of Strahd show on Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to keep the match going. So if we can get any donations during our Curse of Strahd show on Sunday, I will match those donations dollar for dollar up to $100. And we are at $1,830 with a goal of $2,000. So if anyone can donate anything that gets us up to that $100 mark, I will donate the next $100, which will get us over $2,000, and we will have hit our main goal. But remember, we have a secondary goal, and that goal is we are trying to get in the top 100 Extra Life teams. If we can get in the top 100, we will have a very special photo shoot. Anthony, the Disco Daddy, will be cosplaying as his character from our D&D Eberron campaign, Dude the Unbridled, an orc pit fighter from the Spire city of Sharn, and he will be dressing up in cosplay for a boudoir photo shoot. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to do a boudoir photo shoot, and we are also going to videotape it. And we're going to take that video and we are going to release it exclusively to our Patreon followers. So if you guys want to get your eyes on that, you need to follow. You need to be a follower on Patreon. We have several different levels of pledges right now. We do not have any physical swag in because we do not have any in-house. Although I need to add a swag for clothes because I keep on forgetting we have a freaking store. So if you follow us on Patreon, or if you subscribe on Patreon, I'm going to add some levels for rewards from our store because we do have a physical store as well. But Patreon, we have levels right now from $1 to $10. That'll get you all the digital rewards, including AMAs, special digital videos, such as the boudoir photo shoot video. We're going to start opening up our I can speak, Skype to people before and after the show so that our members of our Discord can join us. And we're going to go ahead and do all this for you guys. And we're going to basically have all this set up. I'm going to try and set up that next week. And we're also have our Discord server, which we have opened up to the public. Discord is basically here for you in order you want to get in touch with us. We're constantly on it. We talk to everyone all the time. We talk to ourselves all the time on it. So it is the main way that we communicate with everyone. So if you want to, the link is in chat. It's the Discord for our Discord servers. And finally, of course, as I said a couple of times, we do have a store. It is at our website, www.dinnerandagame.net. And that store has all kinds of branded merch. Not nearly as cool.
I found my beanie.
Yay! Not nearly as cool as the Grouch Couch's merch. We need to up our merch game, guys. If you guys go to the Grouch Couch's site and take a look at their merch, it is freaking amazing. And Spooky Sparkles is one of the reasons it's amazing because she does a lot of their artwork. So we're going to go, but if you go to our store, we have tons of merch there. And of course, the final thing, friendly local game stores. They are the backbone of our community. They are there for us before the COVID. They are the reason that gaming is what it is now. Because without the friendly local game stores, we would not have a place to go share the love of this hobby. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to support a store every single show. The store for this show is Star Comics. They are in the Lubbock, Texas area. They are doing everything that a store should be doing at this time. They are doing social distancing. They are requiring master visits. They are doing curbside service. And I do believe they're doing mail order as well. So if you're in the Lubbock area, please give them a shout out. Let them know Dinner and a Game sent you. They posted us up on their website, on their Facebook page. They were so cool about all this. We really appreciate them. So you guys appreciate them too. Even just go to their Facebook page and give them a shout and say that Dinner and a Game said hi. Just let them know that you saw them on Dinner and a Game, and that would help us out so much. Just to let them know that we can get them out there and get them recognized for their good works in the community. That's about everything. Thank you guys again so much.
Lauren.
Oh, Lauren! Lauren, why you let me forget you? And our cast is full of many, many people who do many, many incredible things. Lauren is one of those people, and Lauren does something incredible. Lauren, would you like to tell us what you do?
Sure. So I DM a bunch of hooligans over at The Keep. So that's twitch.tv/TheKeepRPG. I'm running them through a homebrew campaign based on D&D 5e rules on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Central Time. And our VOD is on YouTube on Fridays.
Mm-hmm. And
I thought you were going to talk about that other amazing thing she does where she gets on the ball and juggles a bunch of different furry creatures.
No, goslings. Juggle goslings.
Oh, goslings. Baby geese. Goslings. Ryan Gosling, to be specific. Yeah. She has a bunch of little stuffed Ryan Goslings. Clones. Yes.
No.
And then afterwards, she attempts to feed him cereal.
It's a very weird act, ladies and gentlemen. We don't think it can be followed up. So, but anyway, that's enough of that. That's enough of us. Let's let you guys get out of here. We thank you again so much for having been here with us. Did anyone look up anything to raid?
I posted in the Skype.
Skype.
There's some people playing Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Ooh, I haven't seen a good werewolf game in forever. Hang on, let me see if I can get there real fast and set us up to raid. I need their name. What's their name?
McStabber Studios.
McStabber Studios. That's even a badass
McStab-
name.
That just sounds fun.
That sounds awesome.
They seem like fun people.
Oh, sorry,
I'm
I've got an
watching
ad
them
for the
on
boys
silent.
playing. You're watching them what?
I said I have them also running on a separate window.
Gotcha.
They look like they're having fun, but they're all silent to me, so I'm just.
We hope they're having fun,
Just
and we're about to raise
body
the
language.
living hell out of them. This is how we found the Grouch Couch, because we found out that there was
Just
a guy
raiding
in a
someone
full.
random.
We're finding there was a guy in a full costume for an eagle.
And that was the best decision we've ever made.
I know, so freaking badass. We love you guys so much. All right, so we are going to raid McStabber Studios. They're playing Werewolf the Apocalypse. So, guys, give them a shout out. Let them know Dinner and a Game sent you. And remember a couple things real quick. Remember that I need to take a drink of water. Also, remember, if you do not have to go out, don't. Right now, it's safer for you to stay home. But we know not everyone can. So if you do go out, please wear a fucking mask. It's not just for you, it's for everyone around you. It's the only way to keep safe. Other than that, please be safe, be healthy, come back next time. We want you in the family. We want you to stick around. We want you to check out the Keep. We want you to check out Grouch Couch. They're all part of our family, and we love you all and want you to experience the massive badassness that is out there on the internet right now. This is a time for creators. We're taking advantage of it. We're putting this out here for you, and now we're going to discover another one. But always remember, no matter where we send you to see anything else, always remember, at Dinner and a Game, we will always save you a seat at the table. So let's go ahead and get this freaking raid going. We're going to go see some people play werewolf, and hopefully they're going to howl. Oh, we should ask them to howl when we get there.
Howl.
Ask them all to howl at the moon. We are raiding now.
Fantastic. 10-10. 10 out of 10. All right.
So yeah, it definitely cuts the stream.